scuff start as usual.
Women Talking is one of the best films of the year. Electrically compelling with a remarkable ensemble cast.
Oh wait. For best results, remember to unmute. Okay. Wait. Mic test. How's this? Okay, I guess it doesn't really sound off or something. I don't know. It'd be nice if I could do this not live. Alright, but anyway. Everything sounds good on the monitor, so I'm just gonna go switch over. Okay, how's this sound now? I'm not sure I'll ever get used to that. Listening to me at the exact same time. I always have to wind up turning the monitor off just because there's still a little bit of a delay. Hang on, let me turn that up a little bit. Okay. So now I've got the mic, or rather, I've got the monitor sync off set so that it sounds pretty much real time. It's just still kind of wild hearing the voice in my head coming back into my head. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get used to it, maybe not. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and turn the monitor off. And unless somebody happens to tell me that they can't hear anything, I'm just going to assume the monitors were, or rather that the mic is live. Okay. So, unless I could actually, maybe once I get the mixing console, then I can turn down the headphones, but for now, who knows? So, anyway. So, hello and welcome everybody to another fine stream of just chilling and hanging around and just staying kind of relaxed and having a good night. So regardless of what time of day it is and whatever part of the world you are, I hope you are having a wonderful time and have an opportunity to kick back and relax and just kind of chill and enjoy a nice easier pace. No need to rush, no need to kind of get around to hubbub. Just take a moment to relax, let everything go, and just flow for a little while. At least that's what I hope you get out of this. That said, so I was watching earlier one of the streamers that I happen to pay attention to. Oh my god, it's been like what? It's been all of a week or so since I've streamed, and I'm trying to remember all, like, you know, my shortcuts and, you know, keystrokes and everything. Because, Bez, if you're listening to this, no, I have not labeled the keyboard with, like, you know, the shortcut commands and everything else that I've actually set up across the keys. So I'm trying to go by memory, which was a terrible idea. I've got the memory of an elephant, just so you know. Unfortunately, it's a dead elephant. So, okay. Oh, okay, that worked. So anyhow, so I was watching one of my streamers earlier today, and they decided to get on a tier maker and go through a few tier lists. And what I have learned is that snacks and cereal apparently can be just as divisive as politics and religion. So, that being said, I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people who join and watch this later on or whatever else, whether they're live or later. They may or may not agree with a lot of the choices that I make, and that's okay. This is just my personal opinion and take on stuff, and I don't expect everybody to be just like me, because if they were, they'd be pretty fucking boring, to be perfectly honest. If everybody were the same and everybody had the same opinion, there would be no growth, there would only be stagnation and eventual death. So it's nice to have opposing opinions and viewpoints. The trick is for everybody to come together and share their opinions and thoughts in a civil manner. You know? You can have polite and friendly discourse and even, like, you know, friendly banter and, like, you know, arguments and stuff. It doesn't have to get nasty, it doesn't have to get all nuts and everything. So we're gonna avoid all that here. Of course, I also still have the benefit of pretty much being so new that nobody's listening anyway. So, there is no one here to define me. My word is absolute in this channel, and there is no one to stop me. Yeah, well, anyway. That's kind of the copium way of saying that, you know, I'm so small there's nobody here and nobody's paying attention. But I like it better the other way. Yeah. Oh, you know, speaking of which, I might as well actually throw out a tweet saying that I'm live. Just because nobody's listening doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing, you know, what you're supposed to be doing, all the proper moves and whatnot. So let me just go ahead and tweet. And it is 2023, not 2022. I'll even remember to put my Twitch URL in the tweet this time. No idea what that's going to look like. So anyhow, let's take a look here. Well, okay. Yeah, I guess it worked. So, that being done and said and done, let's go over to the tier list. So, I was looking at a couple of the different lists, and it was funny. I was trying to think of like other lists to kind of look at besides like, you know, the one. And I've got 3 that I've kind of come up with, which also happen to be, well, 2 out of the 3 were also ones that the streamer happened to cover, which the streamer happened to be Kyugo. So if you ever happen to, like, you know, to happen to watch her or whatever else, by all means, definitely go ahead and, you know, go check her out. In fact, you know what the heck, let me just go ahead and throw a shout out real quick. For no particular reason other than, you know, I think she's funny. So how's this look? Nope, that actually seemed pretty representative of her. Okay. I mean, if you get a chance, check her out. She's a flesh tuber. She does a bunch of stuff. She, like, you know, she streams a bunch of art, sometimes plays some games and stuff. And yeah, she's actually pretty funny. So, you know, by all means, you know, go ahead and have a look. Some other people you may want to also happen to hit up in case, you know, you are looking for other streamers, like some new, you know, kind of friends, kind of acquaintance of mine that I, you know, just recently started watching and stuff and getting to know. For one, there is Dan Tansky, the Monster Hunter. If you've never seen him, let's give a shout out to Dan. Whose name couldn't possibly be long enough. Damn it. I gotta type it. Okay. And why he looks like a fried egg there, I have no idea. But okay. So yeah, Dan Tansky, Monster Hunter. Definitely somebody to check out. Another person, if you haven't been, is Grandpa VT. If I remember how to spell their name correctly. Was that the right Grandpa? That was kind of scary because it didn't really look right. Well, yeah, actually it was. That was him. It's a good thing I still have their names up because, you know, otherwise I wouldn't remember how to spell that, please. Okay, cool. So yeah, that worked. Just making sure. So that was Grandpa. Grandpa's another variety streamer. Looks at a bunch of different stuff. Really interesting person to listen to. Definitely have a look. Let's see, a couple of other new friends of mine. I definitely want to go ahead and, you know, throw a shout out to Rec, Lousiest Raccoon. Oops, wrong one. Darn it. For best results, type in your own chat. Fortunately, I was typing it in the mentions page on Chatterino, so I wasn't accidentally typing in somebody else's stream like, oh hey, trying to throw a shout out. That could have sucked. Okay, anyway, let's try this again. Let me throw a shout out over to Rack. She does a bunch of interesting things. I highly, highly encourage you to go check her out if you haven't already seen her, if you're not already following her. Couple more people, just a couple more, and then let's get into the tiering. So, I guess this is like the whole, is this stalling? Am I stalling? Am I doing it right? Am I styling for time? Am I padding out the time in stream? No, but in seriousness, yeah, please do, if you get a chance, go check out these, go check these streamers out, show them some love, stuff like that. Let's see, another person. Is May here? Yeah, I want to throw a shout out over to May because, you know, another very cool person. My 7H. Oh, that's right. She was playing Tetris. She got me into a game that I want to actually hit up on stream. What's it called again? Turnip Boy does tax evasion or something like that. I'm actually going to go ahead and play that on stream at some point because it just looked really, well, watching her and listening to her kind of narrate her adventure was pretty hilarious, and the game itself looks kind of fun and laid back, so I figured, okay, you know what? In between Stardew Valley and, you know, some other stuff, I'm definitely going to go ahead and hit up, playing, and doing some tax evasion. So, definitely going to do that. And let's just do one more. And you know what? Latest person, and she's on right now even, which I'm gonna, if she's still on when I am done, because I'm gonna actually I'm gonna have a fairly short stream today. I am gonna try raiding her Baku Storm. I wonder if it's gonna, well, it's not gonna show what she's doing right now. Let's have a look. Let's throw her a quick shout out. So yeah, she's a very funny Oni lady. I also, like I said, highly recommend coming out and hanging with her. I'm not sure what she's playing right now, but like I said, if she's still around a little bit later, I guess we'll see. She's already been on for a while, so. Okay, so anyway. That being said, those are all the people I wanted to kind of bring up and kind of give quick mentions to. A lot of people followed and stuff like that. And yeah, all the new people who had just started following me a little while, like, you know, the last couple of days, thanks very much. I appreciate you guys coming, hanging out and, you know, stopping by and taking a look. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this first tier list. Now, I am US based. Specifically, I'm in the US Midwest, so, you know, not on either of the coasts or whatever else. I'm not in, like, the Bible Belt or anything like that. So, have seen, you know, when growing up, a lot of these different, like, you know, candies and stuff that we see here. And let's have a look. Okay, so we got S, A, B, C, D, and then never had them. And yeah, let me see if I can kick the mag up one notch. Okay, maybe 2. Does that make it easier? No, it actually just starts collapsing it. So, all right. But anyway, hopefully that makes it a little bit easier to see. Can't do too much about the margins or whatever, or I don't know, can I? If I do that, what happens? Yeah, it just zooms it out, so let's not do that. Alright, so anyway. I'm sure you guys have all seen stuff like this before, so I assume it needs no introduction. And seems like a pretty decent list, so let's just jump right in. I'll probably have to juggle stuff around. This is actually the first tier list I have ever done. So I guess we'll just kind of see how things look. And like I said, this is just my own personal preference. I've learned from watching enough of these that, yeah, everybody's got an opinion, and you know what they say about opinions. You know, everyone has one and they all stink. But so my views, of course, are my own. If you agree, cool. If you don't agree, that's cool too. Yeah, I can accept you being wrong. just kidding. You know, everybody, you know, what's right for one person isn't necessarily going to be right for somebody else. Now, that said, if you like black licorice, I can't help you. But, hey. I try not to judge, but on that one, yeah, I'm gonna side-eye you like, okay, how can you do that? Unless, I'd say probably like maybe the only exceptions I have to not really liking black licorice is when it comes to certain liqueurs, like Sambuca, for example. Sambuca and I can't remember the Greek stuff. Orzo or something like that. I can't remember it off the top of my head. I'm not gonna Google it at the moment. But yeah, those are maybe the two instances where, yeah, it's like, okay, when it's part of booze, I don't really mind it so much. Stick it in a candy or make it like, you know, a chewy gummy thing, and yeah, that's just disgusting. Okay. And so let me see here. See, this is the thing. It's like, I haven't eaten a lot of the... Okay, that's not exactly true. I mean, I've eaten some of these quite recently, like yesterday. But as a general rule, I haven't touched a lot of this stuff since I was a kid. And there are a few things here that I actually have not touched at all. So, let's just roll in. Three Musketeers. You know, I like Three Musketeers, but it's like it just doesn't really have that filling thing for me. So, I mean, nougat's not bad. It's fluffy, it's whatever else, but it's just, it tends to leave me wanting a little bit more. So it's not usually something that I would definitely reach for. If it's there, I'll eat it, but I'm not gonna, you know, go out of my way to necessarily get it if there's better choices. Now, if there are no other choices, no other options around, it's a completely different story. So that being said, I'm gonna probably put it right there. If S is the ones that I consider that my go-tos, that I'm always gonna go ahead and reach for, and D's are something that I will never touch, and I personally think they suck. Well, I guess that puts B right in the middle, which is kind of weird because, you would think C is like the mid tier, like the meh, but I'm going to go ahead and throw Three Musketeers as a B. Now, 100 grand. I haven't had one of these in a very long time. They're not actually in my area, at least not in my specific area a lot. Maybe like in some of the fringe, like maybe if I hit up like one of the burbs or whatever, if I go right over the border, then I might see it, but I haven't really seen it in this area in a while. So, but when I was a kid, I liked them a lot. I can't remember what they really taste like. So since it's not that memorable, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and just throw them down here for now. Airheads. I don't remember ever really having these. So, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this down here. Never had them because I don't remember. Now, what the heck are these? They look like some kind of fruit roll-up. See, that's the problem with the picture being so small. It's like, okay, let me zoom in. Extremes. No, I have never heard of them. So, that being said, yeah, okay. Almond Joy. It's, again, another one of those, like, I'll probably... who am I kidding? The Almond Joy with the coconut and the nut and everything. So, it's like I never really cared for it a whole lot. It's like, it's like if it was there, I'd probably eat it, but, it's much lower on the list. Now, I don't get why Altoids is even on this list. I mean, these are all snacks. This is a mint, It's like, are there Tic Tacs on here? Why the hell are Altoids here? Do people just go through Altoids like dots or something? I don't know. I mean, I like them well enough. Not as a snack. God, I would never do them as a snack. I'd reach for them like I'd reach for a Tic Tac, so I guess I'll put them... I mean, I still like them. It's just that, again. Would I reach for an Almond Joy before I reach for an Altoid to get a snack fix on? Hell yeah. Andes. I do like Andes. They kind of remind me of, like, poor man's Frango Mints, which Frango Mints are like a Marshall Field and Company, if you're not familiar with them. No, I should say if you are familiar with them. If you're not familiar with them, then I guess not really much I can do for you. I mean, they're okay. I mean, I actually like the Franco Mints a lot. These I've had a few times, and I mean, like I said, they're all right. Not my first or second choice. Maybe not my third. Let's put these... I'll put these like here, maybe. And, okay, I have no idea what this is. Bottle Pop. Yeah, never had it. Baby Ruth. This pretty much goes in with the Almond Joy. I mean, Mounds and Almond Joy were the ones that were always, kind of put together. Remember, like, the old commercials? Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't. So it's basically like coconut and coconut-covered chocolate. The only difference between a Mounds and an Almond Joy is that the Almond Joy happens to have the almonds on it. Baby Ruth, if I remember, was it like the nougat and the peanut? Or I can't really remember. Yeah, peanuts and nougat or whatever. Yeah, I keep zooming in and stuff because, like I said, on my screen, they don't show enough of the package for me to really remember what's in them. And that if some of these I haven't had in ages, it's like, I've already discussed what I think of. Well, I've discussed my disgust with black licorice, blow pops, and blow pops are okay. I mean, it's the wait, are these the gummy blow pops? Ugh, I don't like gummy shit. Not a fan of gummy candy. Just not my thing. Boston baked beans. I don't know if anybody's ever actually had these. So, Boston baked beans. They're basically, you know how you can have candy apples, which are basically apples with like the candy shell or whatever else. That's essentially what Boston baked beans are, except the peanut version. So they're peanuts with a hard candy shell on them. Only the candy shell, depending, it's kind of like a cinnamony-ish, if I recall correctly. It's been ages. I've just never really cared for them. But I'll definitely put them. In fact, everything kind of would go in front of black licorice. Bottle caps, never had. Butterfinger. I mean, they're okay. They're not something I can eat a lot of, just because, like, just the sugar and whatever else. I mean, okay, honestly, if there was $100,000, if I had to choose between $100,000, the Three Musketeers, and a Butterfinger, I would probably go ahead and reach for the $100,000 before either of those. So let me just throw this here. Okay, candy corn. I have no idea why as a kid I liked this stuff. I cannot stand candy corn now. In fact, a couple of years ago, I made a huge mistake. So I was making, I think it was like either coffee or hot cocoa or something like some kind of warm drink. And I was out of sugar, and I figured, okay, candy corn, it's basically melted sugar and stuff. Why not use that as a kind of seasonal sweetener for the drink I was preparing? I don't think it was necessarily coffee. I don't remember exactly what it was, but regardless, that was a bad idea. Do not recommend ever. Candy corn does not dissolve well, and once it's dissolved, it unbelievably tastes more disgusting than it did before it was dissolved. Still not as disgusting as licorice, but Okay, Charleston Chews. It has been ages since I've had one of these. I don't remember at all what they're like. So I would probably have to go ahead and have it again before I could actually tell you. So to that end, I'm gonna put them, because I don't even remember if I've ever actually even had a Charleston Chew. I've seen them. I've just never had the inclination to get them, maybe. Or like I said, maybe it's been so long I don't remember. Chocolate chip cookie dough bites. I've had chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. I've had chocolate chip cookie dough, but I've never had this particular thing like as a snack. So I'm just gonna put this. Nestle Crunch. I don't know why people are, were under this impression that, you know, crunch doesn't exist. I literally had a bag of these that I finished off yesterday. So, you know, they come in like, you know, the minis, like with like, you know, the Halloween, like, you know, the snack pack sizes or whatever else, the little bite size. I don't remember seeing a large crunch bar in a while, which is basically just essentially like a row of the small bites, if you want to be perfectly honest. But they're still around, and yes, I still happen to like them. Dots. We're back to the gummy shit. Not a fan of. So I couldn't tell you if I like Boston baked beans better than, yeah, you know what, I probably like the peanuts better than like the gummy crap. Now, regular blow pops, again, if they're in the candy jar, I'll grab them. Ferrero Rocher, or I don't know, Ferrero Rocher. Just the wonderful thing that you might want to just unwrap and definitely put in your mouth and enjoy that wonderful sensation as it melts in your tongue. Or something to that effect. If you really think about it, it's essentially the equivalent of crumb of a fancy, like, you know, no, they're nuts, they're hazelnut, so it's more like a fancy Mr. Goodbar in ball form than anything else. You know, but yes, definitely, if they're around, they're definitely taken. Fireballs. Don't think I've ever had those. Fun dips. I don't think those were around when I was a kid. Kind of like the bottle caps, the cookie dough bites, or whatever else. Ghirardelli. Contrary to popular belief, Ghirardelli is an American company. They're based out of San Francisco. I've actually been to that location, their flagship location in San Fran, and they are fantastic. I mean, Hershey is okay. Hershey is probably, you know, they're very well known in America, but yeah, quality wise, I would put them way below Ghirardelli. Now, interesting fact, in Chicago, downtown, like, you know, by the water tower, the mall downtown or whatever else, there, I don't know if they're still there, but there was actually both the Hershey outlet and the Ghirardelli store, and they were still in the same, they were basically in that same little area with, like, you know, around the water tower and whatnot. The actual water tower, not like the mall or whatever, but, and I remember one winter, you know, around Christmas time or whatever else, Ghirardelli, you know, I went with the girlfriend at the time to both places. We had hot chocolate at one. I mean, we had hot chocolate at Hershey's, but Ghirardelli didn't have, well, they did have hot chocolate, but they also had this other stuff, drinking chocolate. And before you say, well, what's, you know, is there a difference? Yes, there is definitely a difference. Drinking chocolate is probably exactly what you would expect given the name. Hot chocolate, it's a beverage, it's watered down with, like, either with milk or, you know, milk or water. God, hopefully not water, right? Good stuff, but I mean, it's a beverage, it's thin, whatever else. Drinking chocolate, imagine really, really viscous, you know, imagine thin melted chocolate. So thin enough where it's not going to solidify, it doesn't feel like you're drinking syrup or something. It's probably like maybe a couple of steps above syrup. It's very rich, you know, it's a bit like I guess consistently wise, it feels a bit like drinking cream. You know, it's got that kind of thick, heavy feeling, like cream or eggnog or something along that degree of thickness. That's really what it feels like. And that stuff was fantastic. Definitely better than any hot chocolate I've ever had. And the Ghirardelli squares, the Ghirardelli regular chocolate. Yeah. Now also, like I said, Ghirardelli, the person who founded Ghirardelli, I forgot his first name. His last name was actually Ghirardelli. He was actually Italian. He was an Italian, learned the Italian patissier, came to America, and that's where he actually started, Ghirardelli. And I don't know exactly when they were bought out by Lindt, but Lindt now, I guess, owns and sources their stuff for Ghirardelli, which Lindt doesn't actually use. I mean, the streamer thought, like, that Ghirardelli wasn't an American chocolate place, and thus was a lower quality. They were under the impression it was Belgian or something like that. No, it's not. They don't even get their chocolate from Belgium. It's sourced from South America. Central and South America, if I recall correctly. I'd have to kind of look it up again or whatever. But like Ghana, a couple other places. I don't remember exactly where. But that being said, so they seem fairly responsible, but fairly sustainable. Well, no, I'm not even going to say that because I have no idea. I'd have to really kind of look into it to see what it's like. Because, cacao itself has a bit of a history. So, but I just thought it was pretty interesting that it was not the chocolate that people seem to think it was. It's like, yeah, no. Yeah, and that doesn't mean it's not good, so. Okay, Gobstoppers. I have never had the desire to have one of these. I did see Willy Wonka, both the old and the new version, Gene Wilder versus Johnny Depp. And the whole idea was basically number one, sticking a big giant thing in your mouth and having it never dissolve, frankly, doesn't sound, that sounds like that sounds more like a ball gag gone wrong, if I'm being perfectly honest. That's a gag. It's not like candy. And also, if you really think about it, most of those tart candies that you get, like Smarties or Nerds or the Pixie Stick stuff, and then also Gobstoppers, the base, like where they get their sour from, it's pretty much just citric acid, powdered citric acid. For that tartness, that's where that sour tart citrus thing kind of comes from. And I don't care how much sugar you drop in that, I'm just not that big of a fan of sour stuff like that, especially artificial sour. It just, three tastes if you include the licorice that I've already talked about that I hate. But licorice, artificial cherry, and basically artificial tartness. Not big fans of them. I mean, I guess the exception with the citric acid thing, I mean, because that's obviously the stuff that that they make lemonade powder out of. So apparently if you do throw enough sugar into it, it will be okay. But still, like some of those Gobstoppers, the whole thing is like, it's so tart you'll screw your face up. It's like, yeah, no, don't care. Goobers are what? Aren't those like I forget, are they caramel bits, or are they no, I mean Milk Duds are kind of like the caramelly type stuff, but were Goobers peanuts or what? I don't remember. Or are they raisins? They're raisins. You know what? I don't remember if I've had Goobers or not, to be honest. I mean, I've had Raisinets, and I like Raisinets. Definitely can get some Raisinets on. But I don't remember if I've actually had Nestle Goober. It's like, were they around before? I don't know how long they've actually been around. I mean, I don't eat a whole lot of candy. I mean, the candy that I eat now tend to be like, candy bars or, things like that. Like, especially like the Halloween type stuff. Whatever comes in like the bags and whatnot. As a kid, a lot of these didn't exist. So I'm carbon dating myself now, I guess, at this point. And then I know some of these you can get in the movie theater, but I'm not going to pay like, $7 for a small box of Junior Mints at a theater. So I'm going to throw the Goobers in the never had, but definitely want to try. Okay, let me just... This does not want to go up in the front there. Okay. Good and plenty. What did I say about black licorice? Cannot stand. Haribo Gold Bears. Now, these are not the sugar-free, I'm assuming. If they're the sugar-free, well, okay, let's be honest. Like I said, I don't really care for gummy candies, like gummy bears being among them. I mean, they're like, I'm not gonna, I wouldn't completely throw them out, but they're not something I would reach for. Now, if these were actually the sugar-free ones, that would be a whole hell no. Given like, the sugar-free Haribo gummy bear reputation, which if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go to Amazon.com, look up Haribo, look up the Haribo sugar-free gummy bears and check out some of the reviews and be enlightened in more ways than one. So I'm not gonna just blatantly say fuck that. Would I eat them if they were there? I might. After I hit the Altoids as a snack. That's where I put them. Black Forest. Aren't those like gummy fruit? Gummy worms. I especially don't like gummy worms. No. Heath bars. Those happen to be one of my favorite candy bars. If you haven't tried them, it's toffee. Chocolate covered toffee. Hard toffee, not the chewy kind. So yeah, Hershey milk chocolate. Now people like to dump on American chocolate, and okay, I'll give you, compared to like something like Belgian chocolate, I'm not gonna argue that point, because I agree. That doesn't mean that that American chocolate is all terrible, because it really kind of depends on where they source the stuff from. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. And I happen to also be a fan. I do tend to prefer milk chocolate over dark chocolate, although I do love both, light and dark, and white chocolate. But, that's not chocolate, so technically. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this down here. Would I have it between the 100 grand or the Hershey milk chocolate? I might have the 100 grand more. Yeah, I'll leave it here for now. It's definitely one of those I'd reach for it, but I'd reach for it after. Oh, if these were all on the table in front of me, yeah, this would be the order I'd grab shit in, ignoring everything below the C line. High Chew, again, not a fan of gummy. Hot tamales. This is kind of like in the line with those Boston baked beans. I've just never been a fan. The name hot tamale, obviously it's not a tamale flavored anything. It's called that, I think, because of the shape and whatever. But basically it's it's candy cinnamon, you know. So if you like candy cinnamon, then you'll love hot tamales. It's like if you like cinnamon flavored stuff, like Big Red, the chewing gum and stuff, then you'd like hot tamales. I'm not, not really my favorite and stuff. So yeah, I'm putting that behind the baked beans even. And jelly beans. Okay, jelly beans are probably, well, okay, that they're not really gummy, not like gummy bears or gummy worms, but I do like jelly beans. I like jelly beans and gumdrops, but then when you go beyond gumdrops and get into like this other jelly shit, that's just not my bag. So Jelly Bellies, definitely I'd probably hit those up, as long as we're talking about like, proper jelly beans and not those stupid gag flavors where they throw in disgusting crap, like, to punk you out or whatever. No, just regular jelly beans, I'm good with. Can't eat a lot of them, but I'm good with them. Jolly Ranchers. Now, these were the mainstay when I was a kid. Depends on whether these are the gummies or not. When I was a kid, they didn't have stuff like gummy bears, whatever else. Gummy bears didn't, the gummy candy type stuff wasn't exactly a popular thing until I was a bit older. Okay, hard candy. Yeah, I can deal. So yeah, Jolly Ranchers. Again, not something that I would reach for because they're not, as far as like a snack goes, I kind of have to be in a mood. Right? If I'm looking to like, have like a snack, something that I want to like actually feel satisfied by, the chocolate, the richness of chocolate and stuff like that, and caramel, nougat even, or whatever else, peanut, that stuff feels more satisfying to me than honestly, like, things like the less, like the airy kind of nougat, or like, the stuff like these, or getting into jelly beans, or a lot of this less substantial feeling stuff to me. So again, I mean, if people love gummy candy, whatever else, it's just not really my thing. Juicy Drop Pop. I've never seen these in my area, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw these down here. Junior Mints. I used to love these as a kid. I still like them now. They're not the most filling things, but, and again, I'm not trying to like replace. It's not like I'm trying to replace this for like a meal. It's not like that whole, are you hangry? Do you need a Snickers to satisfy you for the moment? If it's just something to kind of snack on or whatever else, and just a little brief whatever, it's like, yeah, they're okay. I kind of like them. Now, what kind of eggs are these? Oh my god, I feel so fucking old. Like, oh my god, I gotta zoom in and take a look at this, and I still have no idea what the hell those Kinder Surprise. Now, if it were something like a Cadbury cream egg, sure, I'd know exactly what the hell they are, right? But I have never seen these in my area. So Hershey's Kisses, on the other hand, are pretty much, I think, the only place in the world or in this area, this section of the galaxy would be, or whatever, you'd have to go to the moon to not find Hershey's Kisses, I think. And yeah, and do I like them? Yes. If I just want a hunk of chocolate, Hershey's, the Hershey's bar and a Hershey's Kiss, they're the same bloody thing. It's just a different shape. It's really what it comes down to. Now, Kit Kats, however, those go at the top of my list. In fact, one big reason why I want to go to Japan is so that I can go to their Kit Kat store where they have all kinds of goofy flavors of Kit Kat, just so I can try these. That's how much I actually love Kit Kat. So they are probably like, one of my top picks. Not necessarily my top, but one of. I'd probably say that my top maybe belongs to like, I don't know, like it'd be a toss up between Twix and Kit Kat. I'm not really sure. What the hell are these? No. Correct. That kind of goes with like okay. So you've got Nestle Crunch or Hershey's Correct. They're both basically the same freaking thing. They're milk chocolate with, puffed rice. So it's just, do you want the Nestle version or do you want the Hershey's version? That's pretty much it. Although I think the Crunch tends to come in thinner packages now, whereas the Cracked still, like, they have like the little chunky kind of things. Laffy Taffy has gone downhill. I kind of gave up on that when I was like, still trick-or-treating. So, not the biggest fan of them. I don't mind good taffy, but the key is good. Laffy Taffy hasn't been good taffy in a very long time. I'm gonna throw these like here, and I'm gonna throw these. Would I reach for a gummy thing before I reach for hot tamale? Maybe, except for the dot. I'd probably hit those up. I don't know. Actually, I don't think I've had the gummy blow pops now that I think about it. So I should throw these down here. Dots I just don't like. Not a fan. Lemon heads. So remember what I was saying earlier about like the whole citrus thing? I mean, these are kind of okay, but again, if you bite into a lemon head, once you get past like the sugar coating, then it's like all tartness. And I don't remember if it has like a sugar center or the tart center or whatever else. And I don't remember if how many layers they have to it or whatever, but I mean, they're still okay, honestly. As far as like, this is probably one of the few tart things that I don't mind having on occasion, but like I said, maybe one or two. They're not something that I'd probably grab. They're kind of like on lines of, okay, if we're gonna have Altoid as a snack, I could probably grab a lemon head or two. That's about it. Lifesavers, they are a mainstay. I've never had the gummies, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw those there, and I probably never will have the gummies given how I don't like gummies. But Lifesavers, these were one of those, like, just like Jolly Ranchers, those were like a mainstay growing up. You had them. They're nice. They're hard candy. Just, okay, cool. I think I like them better than Jolly Ranchers. Jolly Ranchers were the thing that you got from the corner store. You just kind of hang out and whatever else. Lifesavers, I don't want to say we're kind of more upscale-y, but they were made differently is probably the best way to really describe them. Of course, the watermelon and apple flavored Jolly Ranchers, still some of the best. But a strawberry, the red ones, Richard Pryor movie. Everybody always eats the red ones. I love the red ones. Lindor. Yep. In fact, Ferraro, the hazelnut. Oh wait, no. The hazelnut. Then the Lindor chocolate truffles. Then the Ghirardelli squares. Because truffles, come on. Truffles trumps even the filled squares, like filled with like, the caramel or whatever else, caramel or toffee. So Mamba, I have never had those. I've never seen those. In fact, you know what? I think maybe when I end the stream, I might have to go run out to the gas station and just kind of maybe pick up a Kit Kat after this, just on principle or something. Depends. I have to check what the temperature is. If it's still like 20 degrees or 37 degrees or whatever, that can wait until tomorrow. But, Pike and Ike. I don't know these. Original fruits. They look like gummies or whatever, but again, I've never seen them. Milk Duds, another one of those theater favorites. Milky Way. Now, Milky Way for me, I guess I don't know, what's the equivalent of those? It's kind of like when you go, I mentioned earlier, like Almond Joys and Mounds, those were the two kind of things. I think Baby Ruth, well, the commercial is like Baby Ruth and Butterfinger, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know, as far as equivalence goes, I think Three Musketeers and Milky Way are pretty close to each other, with basically being like, the nougat and the chocolate stuff. I think if I were going to choose, well, I don't remember. So I think this is going to be another stream. maybe a future stream will be the candy testing to see how well they stack up. I don't know if I'd revisit this exact thing again, but maybe take some of these and put those up, but who knows. So I'm gonna go and dig the Milky Way, and I'm gonna put them in front of Three Musketeers. Hey Vin, how's it going? Yes, we are rating US snacks because I don't get to have any other snacks besides US snacks. How you doing tonight? Today? You guys, you having a good time? Did you stream earlier, or are you just kind of hanging out? I'm okay. I was watching a bunch of like other streamers and stuff, and one streamer happened to do these, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I totally don't agree with most of what she was saying, so I decided to kind of come on here and do it myself. Nerds. When I was a kid, I liked Nerds. I kind of grew out of it, just mostly because I don't really like the Oh, you're streaming later? Oh, cool. I'll come raid you. But yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I liked Nerds, but I mean, I don't know. Like as I got older, I just kind of grew out of it. I don't really care for the whole citric acid powder stuff. Like maybe it doesn't help that, being on like Food Channel and seeing like how it's made and all this, and just seeing what most of these candies are made of. It's like, okay, they basically start off with ascorbic acid, basically like like citric acid filler, right? And that's like most of these. Yeah, exactly. Do your own tier list. That's exactly what I said when I saw this. Like I was like, how dare she? What is she thinking? I must do my own and correct this mistake, this error in her judgment. Yeah, that'd actually be pretty funny. I'd like to see it. I definitely want to, if you're going to do your own tier list on this, I would definitely come in, basically see how you judge or how you put your list and stuff and harass you too. No, just kidding. But no, I'm curious about what people think of these different tiers and stuff. Like this specific one, hang on a sec. This one that I'm doing right now is, oi. Oh, there we go. It's this list. The basic candy tier list on Tier Maker. Watching people's reactions though, it's kind of funny because what I realized or I mean, I kind of knew about this to begin with, but I mean, junk food, fast food, and breakfast cereal can be just as divisive as religion and politics for some people. So, people have very strong opinions. And, you know, I'm not going to go start a holy war over Kit Kats. You know, just because I don't like black licorice doesn't mean other people, you know, must agree with me. I might side eye you for a moment, but, you know, it's like, hey, it's like what you put in your mouth is not any of my business to begin with, you know. Plus, the other thing is, I mean, let's face it, there are so many other cool snacks out there. So this is literally just mostly the sweet and kind of sour junk foods and stuff. This doesn't, you know, get into like things like chips or other, like, you know, types of snacks. And I would love to be able to try some of those, especially like, you know those like those snack boxes you can order and get from like Japan, whatever else. I totally want to sign up for some of those and just try them someday, just because at best I can probably go to like H Mart or something like that. You've never tried black licorice? Don't. That would be my advice to you. Do not resist, deny, whatever. I mean, hey, some people like the flavor or whatever. It's as a kid, I'm not going to say it traumatized me, but it definitely did not, it struck a bad chord with me as a kid, and I've never liked it since. The only exceptions to that rule are booze. Two specific boozes, Sambuca and Orzo. I think it's what it's called. Ouzo. I forget. Those are the only two ways that I happen to like black licorice. When it's so steeped in alcohol that maybe just after a couple of shots I just simply don't care anymore. Maybe that's it. It's a very strong and distinctive flavor. I think it's pretty polarizing. I've never known anybody who kind of likes it or kind of doesn't like it. They either love it or they hate it. So that's just what it is, you know. It's like I don't know if it's have you ever had fennel before? Or anything like related to fennel? Because I think it's like in that same family of weed. I mean, I like fennel, but not in huge, you know, doses or whatever. Okay, so M&Ms. Now, M&Ms, those are something that, yes, I will eat the crap out of. So, in fact, I'd have to put both of these in front of my A tier. Those are, if this was like in a big, huge bowl on this, okay, well, first of all, if this was like, I was just suddenly thinking, if they had this stuff, if I were ever on The Biggest Loser, like that, or when they were airing The Biggest Loser, that weight loss doohickey thing or whatnots, and these were the snacks and stuff that they threw in front of you, if they had like bowls of this stuff, like in this order, yeah, I would totally flunk out, but yeah, I mean, these are just the things that I would, if they were in front of me, these would be what I'd reach for in what order. So now, also, I don't know if you've ever had them, but M&Ms and Skittles. Oh, Skittles, yeah, they're down here. But Skittles are kind of, well, M&Ms, like, you know, the chocolate, everybody knows. I think most people know what M&Ms are because they're pretty much all over the planet, like Kit Kats for the most part, I think. Skittles are shaped like M&Ms, only they are fruits flavored as opposed to like chocolate flavored. If you want to play a cruel joke on somebody, get a bowl, fill it with M&Ms, and then also grab a bag or two of Skittles and dump those in, so that, you know, for like maybe every 3 M&Ms, they're bound to pick up like a fruit Skittle or something and just really mess up somebody's day. You know, just of the stuff to put together, M&Ms and Skittles, that's just mean. So, Mr. Goodbar. Mr. Goodbar, that's basically just, again, chocolate and peanuts, only chopped peanuts. So I'd probably put them behind a Heath bar. This, what is this? I have no idea what that is. Is it that gummy, or they're kind of like, I've seen these. They're like the gummy, they're like lifesavers with, you know, the hard candy with like that look like donuts or whatever, the loops and whatnots. But this is kind of like a slightly gummy version of it with, you know, and stuff. Now, I'm not a fan of gummy snacks really to begin with. I'm gonna put these down here. Considering the fact that I don't remember what Boston baked beans even taste like, I just remember them being candy coated peanuts. The whole fact that I'd still pick those over a lot of these is still kind of telling. Yeah, I mean, gummy bears, I kind of draw the line at gummy bears, which is why, like, you know, the Haribo gold bears, like, if they were around and none of these other things were, I might reach for like one or two of the gummy bears. You know, as long as these aren't like, you know, the sugar-free Haribos, because yeah, nobody, okay, unless you want to fix an issue with not being regular, I don't think anybody needs to be reaching for Haribo like a sugar-free gummy bears. That's just probably a bad idea. You know. Here we go. Skip this. Okay. If you're not sure, or if you haven't heard about that, I think it's been a meme for a while at this point, but in case you're wondering, if you ever get a chance, get onto something like Amazon.com and look up Haribo sugar-free gummy bears and just check out the reviews. They are known for unblocking, I guess you could say, and unblocking your colon rather violently. Yeah, for whatever reason, if you eat too many of the sugar-free Haribo gummy bears, you will be on the toilet for a very long time. So they have a reputation. So, nerds. Been a while for the nerds or whatever else. Not really something, like I said, that I'd really reach for at this point. The little citrusy things and stuff, it's kind of like one of those, like, okay, they come around on Halloween and, like, you know, I'd probably grab them, but they wouldn't really be like a choice otherwise. Nerd's rope. See, now we're getting back to the gummy crap, and that's a nope. Oh wait, well, technically I've never had them, but I'm never gonna. So I'm gonna put these over here. And what are these? Those are. Do so at your own risk. Yeah, I liked nerds when I was little, but like I said, I mean, come on. Kit Kat versus Nerd. Kit Kat wins. M&M's win. 100 grand Milky Way. Almond Joy wins. You know, the non-sugar-free gummy bears wins before I reach for the nerds. I can't help it. I still don't get why Altoids is here as a snack. I mean, does anybody actually eat Altoids? I don't get it, because I always thought they were like Tic Tacs or something like that, you know, where they're just kind of like a minty breath freshener kind of thing. You have like one or two and stuff like that. I've never known anybody to just kind of reach for and probably kill half a tin of Altoids in one sitting. That doesn't quite make sense to me. But yeah, these. Oh, you know what? I think these are another brand of Starbursts. Now, chewy candy versus gummy candy, two different things. I used to love Starburst when I was a kid, and I still kind of like them. They're not as much now because they feel kind of waxy to me, which is the problem that Laffy Taffy, actually that's the problem that Laffy Taffy suffers from. You know, I don't mind taffy. Good taffy is actually great. You know, if you find good, well-made taffy or whatever else, artisan taffy and whatnot, so that's still fantastic. But the cheap stuff that you find, like Laffy Taffy and these Starburst things, they feel like they're made from wax of some sort. Gumdrops. I actually do like gumdrops, and I will have gumdrops before I have one of those gummy bears and start worrying about whether or not they're sugar-free. Payday. See, I actually like Payday. They're a type of they're like a common kind of gumdrop. You know, they're basically, it's it's a bit of a jellied candy. They're firmer than gummies, and they're usually covered with sugar, like granulated sugar. And I think these are probably orange, if I'm not mistaken. Those would be orange gumdrops. Mostly because I've never had an apricot gumdrop, and that would be great if they ever made those. Sun-dried plums? Yeah, you know what? They do kind of look like they would be, but considering that this is all junk food, I don't think they're nearly that good. You know what I mean? There's nothing in here that's going to be that healthy, if you want to call it that. But yeah, Payday I'd probably reach for right around here. They're nice, they're cool. The nougat's rolled in peanuts and I think drizzled with some kind of honey toffee kind of thing. That's not bad. If it were I'd probably take the chocolate over the the kind of the bare peanut, but I do like them. They're satisfying. I don't eat a whole lot of peanuts and stuff, on their own as a general rule. I'm kind of nutted out, or peanutted out, I guess. Peeps. We shall not speak of Peeps. They only make it above licorice. Pez. The thing about Pez, and I kind of agree. I mean, the general consensus with Pez is that Pez is not about the candy. Pez is all about the dispenser, because you can go, the whole reason why people like Pez is because they come in like the cool dispenser things, like, the Darth Vader or like whatever character, whatever else. But the candy itself is it's kind of mid. It's just there, But nobody cares about the candy. It's a toy. Exactly. It's a toy that has candy, so it's even better. That's the whole reason why Pez are popular. I mean, so Pez dispensers up here. Pez as a candy, like for the refill, yeah, no, bag that. I mean, I'm only putting it here because I don't like the idea of having the dispenser empty. That's about it. Pixie Sticks. Pixie Sticks is... No, I'm going to say it. Pixie Sticks are lazy, all right? You look at Smarties, or, oh my God, you look at Nerds. Nerds is a great example. They took the time to go ahead and, they made, they combined the sugar and, the sugar, like the flavoring, and then, the citric acid or whatever, and they made a cool, funky little shape out of the thing, right? What do you do when you can't even be bothered to make a shape of it? The hell with it. Let's just take the powder. Let's not even bother with making a shape. Let's take the powder, put it in a paper straw and seal it and just give it that way. And then, hey, we'll call it a Pixie Sticks. So imagine a powdered nerd in a straw, in a paper straw. That's a pixie stick. I mean, that's just some lazy shit. And yeah, as a kid, I really did like it, you know, but come on, low effort. I mean, I guess maybe the benefit to that is you can fit, you know, now the straws, the little straws themselves, they were pretty tiny. They're not like drinking straws, whatever. Oh my God, if they were drinking straws, that would be kind of cool. I'd have to give them props for that, because now you've got like little shots of freaking, like, you know, citric acid stuff that you could drop in and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. So as far as if you're gonna go by quantity as opposed to quality or whatever, the pixie sticks probably trumps the nerds in that respect. No, they're not. It's literally, it's powder. It's if you imagine powdering nerds, like, you know, basically bust up a bunch of nerds in like a mortar and pestle, and then put that in a paper straw, and then you've got pixie sticks. No, what you're thinking of are the Pop Rocks, which are down here. No, that's the Pop Rocks. So the Pop Rocks is if you take the pixie sticks, mix them up with like whatever they add to, like, you know, to basically to provide the carbonation. I don't know how, I don't remember the chemistry of how it does it, but basically take a pixie stick, add like the carbonate, add like, you know, the, I say dried carbonated water because that sounds stupid, but you know, but basically add whatever the, you know, the popping thing is, and then, like, you know, make it into like little hard rocks. Now you got Pop Rocks. So Pop Rocks, they're a novelty. They're cool. Would I reach for them as a snack? Not really. I wouldn't reach for them snack wise. They're just fun in the regards of how you eat them. And I mean, you don't really even eat Pop Rocks. It's like they come in a fairly small package. It's like, it'd be like the equivalent of nobody eats, like, you know, 5 or 6 nerds, right? You eat the whole box of nerds. It's like, well, no, you're gonna probably, if you wanted the equivalent of a box of nerds, you'd probably have to go through like what you call it? You'd probably have to go through a few packages of Pop Rocks at one time. Hey Selene, how you doing? Yes, we are doing a snack tier list, a candies tier list for American candy, and which ones I would kind of go for if they were stuck in front of me, versus which ones I would never touch with, you know, somebody else's tongue. Yeah, that's about right. So Pop Rocks, I've had, I would only have them, I would only keep them around as a novelty. It's like, you know how you go to, well, I don't know. I don't know what this is like in Asia. That's because, I mean, I'm half Filipino. So on my Filipino side, I don't really remember my aunties ever having like the candy bowl or whatever. I'm a mutt, right? So I'm like, you know, on my mom's side, you know, she's black. And then also at my friend's house or whatever, there's always like, you know, the old, you know, the aunties, the grandmas, whatever, they always have like the bowl of candy. And then you'd find like all this traditional stuff that obviously was probably left over from her Halloween when she was a kid. That's what some of this stuff is like. But you have all the old traditional kind of candies there or whatever else, and they're all hard candy. You know, grandma didn't like gummy shit either. But and that's where you would find like the stuff like the candy corn, or like I think they have them down here, like the strawberry, these things, the strawberry, the classic strawberry candies. If grandma were balling or something, she'd have like the Werther's originals and stuff like that. You might find some of those. I'd probably, you know, maybe have those in. But yeah. So let's see here. Push Pops. I never actually had a push pop. I mean, I've seen like, you know, my cousins have had them, whatever else. I've just simply never had them and never really been inclined to try them. You know, I mean, they're basically, if I recall correctly, they're rock candy that look like a push sickle. So you'd have like you know how you have like popsicles or whatever that are in like a tube, and then they have like a it's like a paper plunger at the bottom where the stick is, and to get them out of the wrapper, you just basically push up the stick. Yeah, and then that's how you get the popsicle out of the package. It's the same thing, it's just that it's not a popsicle, it's just hard candy. Which is still diabetes. It's like, ooh, the diabetes. Now, Raisinets, I still love Raisinets. I actually very much like Raisinets. Chocolate covered raisins, what can I say? Red Vines, if I recall correctly, it's not licorice. And I mean, I'm not a big fan of licorice. Black licorice in particular, I don't like. But the other kind, like the red licorice, strawberry, or worse, cherry, there are just some flavors I really do not like. Black licorice, artificial cherry, and I am trauma blocking the last one for some reason. I can't think of it at the minute. I mentioned it earlier, but yeah, I mean, I just do not care. I just don't really care for it, just because like artificial cherry reminds me of crappy cough syrup. So, you know, that bad cough medicine you get when you're a kid. So I've never been a fan. Now, strawberry flavored stuff, artificial strawberry, still not a fan. The artificial fruit just never quite tastes right. I am going to throw these not as bad as candy corn. I might actually reach for these before I reach for gummy. No, I'm not going to reach them before I reach for gummy anything. Now, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, still love these. Do they make it into S tier or are they E tier? No, you know what? I would actually go for M&M's before I go for the Reese's. Ring Pops. I haven't had one of these since I was a kid, and if you see a grown man or woman walking around with a ring pop in their mouth, be kind. Don't say anything. Pretend you didn't see them. I mean, people can have whatever they want and stuff. It's just, would you really want to walk around as an adult? It'd be like the equivalent. It's a candy pacifier. All right. Are you really going to walk around as an adult? Like, can you imagine you're on your way to work and everything, and you whip out a ring pop and start sucking on that on the train to work and whatever? No, you're going to get side-eyed by like the rest of the train. You know, it's like people like what they like, but some things you do in private. You know, that sounds so weird. It's like, okay, enjoy this candy, but do it behind closed doors. Let's see. Rolo. I haven't had a Rolo in ages. I think if I recall correctly, it's basically just toffee, right? So, I mean, I like the Heath bars, which are chocolate covered toffee. Rolos are just toffee covered toffee, which they're pretty good, but I just haven't had them in a while. Can't remember them too much. I'll just put them over here. And Runts. Aren't these like the Skittle wannabes of some kind? Like the tiny, they're like the nerd version of Skittles. Like they're tiny little dots of Skittle. It's like Skittle spatter. That's it. It's like when they're making Skittles, and you know, like the Skittles are like plain M&M size. And I guess if they miss or like any splatter or whatever, they just kind of scrape that off the edge and that becomes runs. That's the way I kind of picture it. So the answer is no. Well, I've never had them, you know, so I'm not gonna judge. I've never had Skittles. Not a big fan of. Again, never do this. Don't put your Skittles with your M&Ms in the same bowl. I will judge you for that, because that, like I said, that's just mean. And if you wonder why, like I said, Skittles, fruit flavored. M&Ms, chocolate with a candy shell. One great taste and one okay taste that do not go well together. You fell in love thinking that they were M&Ms? I mean, and again, there's nothing wrong with Skittles per se. I don't mind them. It's just that I'm salty about Skittles because, like I said, they look identical to M&Ms. The only difference with an M&M is they have, you know, an M&M has an M on it, right? So they're labeled. So that's, the Skittles actually has an S. So it's like these were the original, you know, how medicine and pills are labeled, and like, you know, even on like your medical sheets now, they describe this is what the pill looks like, this is what it says, so you don't mix them up. This was like the precursor to like labeled medicine, I feel, because too many jerks were putting them in the same bowl going, ha ha. So yeah, I've been punked by too many M&M Skittle combos. So yeah, they go here. You know, yes, I judge. Okay, Snickers I'll put in the S tier. Those are something it's a bit of a hard call. If all of these were around, it kind of depends on my mood. You know, because sometimes I want to, you know, if you just want like a candy bar, something to tide you over, it feels better to have a Snickers than it feels, well, okay, let's face it. You have one Snicker bar, which, you know, between the peanuts, the caramel, and the nougat and whatever else, it gives you a more satisfying feel than if you, like, you know, inadvertently wind up going through a bag of Lindor chocolate truffles. Now, don't get me wrong. The chocolate truffles is great and all, but if you didn't want to kill all of your truffles in one go, get the Snickers bar. Ooh, Mars bars. Now see, that's something. Well, wait, Mars and I haven't seen a Mars bars in ages. I mean, Mars M&Ms, they're like now the candy company that basically produces, like, you know, the M&Ms, and I don't remember. I think they also do Reese's and a couple of others. I don't remember what they are anymore. But yeah, it's like, I don't think you can find Mars bars. They were around in the US a long time ago. I haven't seen them in ages, so I can't really say anymore. I don't know if they're even a thing in the US at this point still. These, I have no idea what the heck this is. Chocolate. What the hell does that say? Chocolate. Sweet choc. Oh, I know what these are. Snow caps. Okay. They're kind of like cheap Hershey's Kisses with like icing dollops or something like that on them. And I never entirely cared for it. They were all right. I'll put them like, I like chocolate. I happen to be a fan of chocolate, so I might put them like here-ish. It's kind of a hard call. It's been a while since I've had them, but I mean, yeah, Snickers, I guess they are one of the more popular candy bars these days. It's like what? Like Kit Kat, Snickers, I guess technically Hershey bars are still a thing, and Twix. Those are the ones that are probably still the most well-knowns. not like before, where like, you know, a lot of these others, like, you know, Butterfinger, Baby Ruth, Almond Joys, and Mounds, you know, Three Musketeers, those used to be like the big contenders for those used to be big contenders as far as candy bars goes in the US. But the only ones that still have commercials that actually still air are, I believe, Snickers, of these candy bars that I just mentioned. I haven't seen an Almond Joy, Mounds, Baby Ruth, or Three Musketeers, Milky Way probably since I was maybe a teen. So it's been a minute. But Snickers, I mean, they still come up. You know, in fact, you know, I mean, they just reinvented their ad campaign. The whole, "Are you hangry? Do you need a Snickers?" It's like the polite way of, it's so funny. They positioned Snicker bars as being the solution to being a hungry asshole. It's like, here, have this bar and shut up. So I mean, other than that, I do like them, but okay, Sour Punch. I don't actually, I've never had a Sour Punch, so I'm going to put those there. These. Wait, is that liquid? That. Ooh. That does not look like it's supposed to be edible. Or I should say, if it's edible something, this belongs in a different room than the candy room or the kitchen. You know, this is like edible, you know, adult stuff or whatever. That doesn't belong here. And as a snack, I wouldn't reach for the strawberry flavored lube as a snack. So I'm gonna do a hard pass. I've never had these, so I don't really know what they are to begin with, but now that I've actually brought that up, I can't get that out of my mind. It's like, yeah, no, don't leave it on your bedroom table. That could lead to something bad happening. Which, fun fact, all those, like, you know, flavored loops or whatever else, they're obviously sugar free for a reason. So Sour Patch, again, not a fan of the whole citric acid solidified candy thing, so it's just kind of one of those. In fact, I'm going to put these down here. And Spree, I don't know if I've seen these in the store or not, so I'm just going to say I've never had them because I don't remember them at all. Starburst. Yeah, like I said, I like Starburst. They are kind of waxy-ish, not exactly, you know, I'd go for them just in a pinch kind of thing, but I wouldn't go eating a bag of them. I'd probably have like maybe one or two tops. That'd be about it. Now these, again, everybody's, well, I'm not gonna say everybody. It's a very common thing, like, you know, all the older aunties to have a bowl of these sitting on the kitchen, or not on the kitchen, in the living room, on the coffee table. There'd be a bowl of these strawberry candies or whatever else. It's like survival food at your relative's house almost. You know, they keep, at least, you know, they're like survival rations because, you know, your aunts probably had them for like the last 10, 15 years. And when they're fresh, they're not bad. I'll put it that way. When they're fresh, they're not bad. However, as your aunt has aged them over the years in that bowl, in the open, in the middle of the living room, people tend to have fewer and fewer fond memories of eating them, I guess you could say. So I'm gonna go ahead. Would I willingly buy a bunch of these to put in my own bowl and age them like fine wine and that turns to vinegar eventually? Hell no. I mean, would I reach for them to be polite? Sure. Would I reach for them if I were desperately hungry and dinner were still 5 hours away? Again, survival food. That's really what it is. It's your survival food while you're waiting for dinner at your aunt's house. That's ultimately what that stuff is for. At least that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Sugar babies. Sugar. I don't remember having these. I don't know how new these are. A lot of the, again, I'm going to start dating myself, but yeah, a lot of these are candies that have come up when, after I was a kid or not in my region when I was growing up. So I've never had access to these, never tried them and whatnot. So same with Swedish fish. It's like oyster crackers. Why are oyster crackers in the why are oyster crackers octagonal? They're not oyster shaped. Why are goldfish cheese crackers? I suspect Swedish fish are probably not fish flavored. If this were a Japanese snack, maybe, but it's not nearly that complicated in the US. They'd never fly with that. Plus, these aren't savory. These are all sweet snacks. They're sweet or sour snacks. They're not the savory kind of snacks. Sweet tarts. Again, they are more effort than just sticking the powder directly into a paper straw. I think they're as cool as nerds, though. Okay, yeah, all right, I do kind of remember these Reese's Take 5s. They were, I guess Reese's at one point had tried to make a candy bar. So instead of it being just like the standard Reese's peanut butter cup, they decided to just, hey, let's take the peanut, cover it in chocolate, and pretty much do exactly the same thing as some of these other guys like Payday or whatever else. Or Mr. Goodbar. But in Mr. Goodbar, the peanuts are chopped. I don't remember ever having them because, you know what, they kind of came and went. I have never seen a Take 5. Toblerone. This has been on my bucket list to try forever, and I have never actually tried. I have yet to try a Toblerone. It's not that I didn't want to. It's not that I don't want to. In fact, it was hilariously enough, I had that on my shopping list a few weeks ago, but then I wound up taking it off to prioritize things like ground beef or meat or something, that wasn't like a snack that I actually had to properly eat. But so I had to take the Toblerone off, but or no. And then the last time I tried to get it, it was like a DoorDash order. And I wanted them to to pick up instead of ordering the soda from the fast food and adding $10 for one soda, I could do $10 for, a 12 pack, right? And I figured, okay, throwing this Toblerone, I will at last get my Toblerone fix after all these years of wanting desperately to try this and forgetting whenever I'm in the store. So here, it's right in front of me, I'll remember it. And apparently they didn't have any in the store, so I still never wound up getting a Toblerone. So, it's been years, more years than I care to relate. I have wanted a Toblerone. I've never had my fix. My friends who had Toblerones were all stingy bastards and never shared. So, I'm not bitter. I'm just saying I still haven't tried one. But it's on the list. I'll get to it. I swear. Tootsie Roll Pops. I am done with Tootsie Roll Pops. Yeah. No, I'll still have them before I have whatever. But Tootsie Rolls and Tootsie Roll Pops, they're just kind of, yeah, no. I don't even know what the hell. It's okay, what the hell exactly is a Tootsie Roll? It's not quite chocolate. It's not quite hazelnut. Well, it's nowhere near hazelnut. It's not caramel. It's not nougat. It's this unknown funky substance that was really, really popular for a very long time. You know, there were Halloweens where, you know, the main thing you'd get were Tootsie Rolls, and I was just like, oh my god, really? Or oh my god, back in the day, you could get giant Tootsie Rolls. When I say giant, I'm talking like, you know, they'd sell these as novelty items that were like 2 feet long. It's like, okay, nobody needs that much Tootsie Roll. Unless, you know, you're doing something else. Which again, don't do that. That's a bad idea. But still. Yeah, no. I guess I'm gonna file this under the childhood trauma of no more, no mas, enough. These like the, what the hell are those? No idea. I don't recognize them. I'm not sure what they are, so I'm gonna stick them over here. Trolley. Okay, I don't like, well, number one, besides not liking gummy stuff, you know, except maybe the gummy bears if I'm in a mood. Gummy worms, yeah, that I don't get. That's just okay, kids just want to be nasty. So that's why they're like, oh, worms, disgusting, gross. Here, let me suck on this. Yeah, no. No, thank you. You know, it's like, ugh. No, you know, never had them, never gonna. Twix, at last, my old friend. So the real question is, would I have a Twix before I have a Kit Kat? Before I have a Snickers? It all depends on my mood, but I'd say most of the time, I'd probably have a Twix. Twix, Kit Kat, Snickers, in that order. Yes, definitely. Like all this stuff, like the peanut butter cups, crunch. This is the stuff you get in like in all of the. This is the stuff you get in the Halloween candy bags, right? And you just kind of grab by a handful, and it's like, okay, here, potluck. You might get one of, you know, you might get some of these, some iteration of these, and just look and roll with it. Those are pretty much the only times I ever have these. Which, I mean, it's kind of funny because I actually taught web development classes for a long time. One of the other instructors would always go, because like year round when he's having a class and whatnot, such, he would actually go and he'd get like a bag of these candies and stuff. And he'd always have like, one of the paper cups, and he'd keep it full of all the snack bars and stuff, like, you know, the little handheld minis and whatnot. Such. And I would just keep, on breaks, I would just keep hitting up his room and emptying the cup. But okay, Twizzlers. We're back to the. I mean, I didn't mind these as a kid. Now I don't like the taste of artificial strawberry, and it's not as bad as artificial cherry, but Twizzlers to me just have a funky aftertaste. So yeah, no. That's not even on a survival food list. The sours, never had these. Let's see, this feels like definitely want to try. But now, Werther's Originals, this is like a tabletop classic. I actually like these. These are kind of like the Rolos, you know, if they're around, kind of grab them, but I would rate them higher than like the Roller, the higher end Rolo. I don't even know if you can still get Rolo in my area, but Werther's are like everywhere. So I'll put this up here. Would I grab, if I'm in the mood for a candy bar, would I really grab a Werther's before I grab $100 grand? I think that kind of depends on my mood. I'll leave it there. Whatchamacallit? I used to love those. I don't think you can get them anymore in my area. I haven't seen them in forever. If they were around, I mean, this is the same. This is like literally the same kind of bar. I mean, it's basically what? It's puffed rice with, I think, like some other kind of binding, which I don't remember if it's caramel or I think it's caramel, but caramel and puffed rice covered in milk chocolate, which caramel and I'm sorry, not caramel, but like rice and milk chocolate. That's basically the same thing as the Nestle Crunch or the Hershey Kraken Crackle Bar, Crackle or Kraken. I don't remember what it's called. But these are all the same thing, just different sizes, different brands, or whatever else. I'll put it in the middle just because, you know, 3 things all the same, different companies. And what's left? Whoppers. Whoppers is another one of those I've been trying to get, like the Toblerone, but they've been sold out at my store every time I try to go DoorDash and tack those onto like one of my orders that I've just never had to have. I've never been able to get them recently. But yes, I do like malted milk balls covered in chocolate. When I bite into a York peppermint patty, the ground goes white. I envision myself across the tundra. I want to put on a coat, but I don't really care because I'm having mint and chocolate together. Some of the funkiest commercials I've ever seen. I mean, York, I get it, you know, York peppermint patty. They're like they're the refined version of Junior Mints, you know? Am I gonna necessarily reach for them compared to the other stuff? If I'm in the mood for that kind of thing, sure. And a Zero bar, I've never had it. Just doesn't look appetizing. So this is my tier list for junk food, for American sweet candy stuff. So, I mean, do I save this somewhere, or does it really matter? Does anybody actually care about my opinion beyond this? I could go back to the VOD if I can't recall this, but, you know, can I download this or whatever? Let me try it. Yeah, no. Log in to save your tier list? Oh, no. Download image? Or are you kidding? Please. Okay. So that was the first tier list that I was looking at. So I don't know. I mean, then you said that you're going to go do your own tier list, since clearly you disagreed with several of my choices here, I think you said. But ignoring my trauma for some of these items, but it's like, okay, hey. I personally would love to see where everybody else rates some of this stuff. That being said, there are a couple other lists that I just want to kind of whip through today. One of which is do I want to do the cereal one, or do I want to do the soda flavor, or the fast food? You know, I want to do the soda flavors first. Which, this is hilarious because honestly, these days, I don't eat a lot of candy. I don't really eat that much in the way of snacks. I don't, you know, hit up a lot as far as, I just don't eat a lot of junk food in general. So the whole fact that I'm sitting here kind of rating these, it's like, okay, so is this a wish list? something I want to get to. I don't drink that much soda. So this list, every soda. Now, here's the other thing. There are a bunch of different soda items. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for the follow, man. Yep. Not bad, not bad. Just, as you can see, kind of going through a couple of tiers. I just finished the junk food, and now I'm just checking out the soda real quick. Hey, awesome, great. Very cool. So are you US based? Do you basically hit up a lot of these, like, or do you still go through a lot of junk food and everything? Like, I don't know if you actually saw the last one, the one that I just did a moment ago with like the what you call it, with like all the different candy bars and whatever else. But now we have moved on to sodas, or pop as they call it in, like, my area. They talk about every soda flavor that they have found, but I mean, it's just, most of these soda lists that I saw, they're like 10 different sodas, and they're like the comprehensive soda tier maker or whatever. It's like, oh my god, you've only got 7 different, you've got like what, 10 different types of drinks. There, I can find more than 10 brands of soda and 10 different flavors or whatever else in in the local convenience store. I can find that in my gas station. What are you talking about? So this was actually a pretty decent size, and I think there's some here that I haven't recognized, and there's still some that I see that are missing. But I think that's also kind of the other thing about it. A lot of stuff is pretty regional. Like, I think around the well, I guess that's still part of the upper Midwest or whatever, but like, because it originated in Michigan or whatever. But Faygo, for example, Faygo is a Michigan brand, so of course, the Midwest, it kind of has it. It's definitely something you find in Michigan, but you don't really find it if you go more than 2 states away. It's kind of hard to grab. In Illinois, I think what is it for? No, Vintners, for example, is a brand that's like, in Illinois that they have, and like Vernon's, that soda brand. So, you think so? So I'm gonna kind of roll through these, and because I think I've tried a lot of these. I'm not gonna say all of them, but you know what? Let's go through. Let's just see what I find, and we'll kind of come with this. So let's see, S tier, A, B, C, D. Right. S is the one that I'd reach for on the main. D is never again, and then of course never tried. Yeah, this is actually the largest list of drinks that I could find. There are several different tier lists that have drinks, but this was the one that kind of had, actually this was the only one that I saw that actually had Faygo in it. So that was already kind of like okay, we'll go from here. So that being said, this is a lot, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of blow through these real quick. And again, the opinions that I expressed here are entirely my own preferences and everything else. Some people may or may not agree with them. That's perfectly okay, and you do your own thing, and by all means, I'd love to see your own tier lists and where you rank this stuff. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Pepsi. Pepsi's always been one of my mainstay. Yeah, it's like I said earlier, right? I've found from watching enough streamers do tier lists around food. I mean, not just basically food, but junk food, soda, or pop. That's a different argument. Candy, like snacks or whatever, can be just as divisive as politics and religion. Okay, there are people who are deathly serious about their snacks. Yeah. In fact, that's funny because the whole reason why I'm actually even doing this now is because I was watching a streamer earlier today and I was so offended by their choices. I'm like, I got to do my own list because that was totally wrong. It's like, forget your shit opinions. This is how it should be done. But, and again, yeah, it's all preference, but still, some people feel very strongly about it. And I'm just going to go ahead and start off right off the bat. Coke versus Pepsi. I like Pepsi better than Coke unless I am chasing it in booze. You know what? It's rum and Coke. It's Jack and Coke. It's not Jack and Pepsi. All right? I guess on the flip side, it's also Pepsi and milk, not Coke and milk. So there is that. I think Coke is actually just better suited to mixing in those kind of drinks. I would not have said Pepsi was a good mixer for anything, but then somebody decided to throw milk into the thing, so whatever. I have tried Pilk. Here's the thing about Pilk, okay? I mean, milk and Pepsi's been a thing for a very long time. Like, I don't know if you remember, or if you've seen reruns of the old Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley and stuff like that. Laverne in the series or whatever, her go-to drink was milk and Pepsi. It wasn't called Pilk at the time, but it was like milk and Pepsi, and she would basically mix the two together, right? Somebody else told me that it wasn't Laverne and Shirley, but it was Mork and Mindy that popularized Pilk. I have no idea. I didn't really look up the reference and stuff. But so I did try it, and they say that apparently the common mix between the two is 50-50. So 50% Pepsi, 50% milk. I kind of think that's a little bit too much on the milk side, just because like I'm used to seeing it, darker or whatever else. So I kind of went like 1/3, 2/3, whatever else. And it tasted to me like if you've had like an ice cream float with Pepsi, that's pretty much what it tasted like, an ice cream float. At least if the ice cream were completely melted and were milk flavored instead of something like vanilla flavored. I mean, maybe if you had vanilla milk or vanilla Pepsi, then maybe it would probably taste more like a melted float. But it was just kind of like, It didn't suck as badly as I thought it would, but it's not something that I would really kind of opt to drink, depending on whatever else was on the table. You know what I mean? So, I guess the short version is, if it's on one of your challenges, you won't die. But you may or may not like it. I don't know. Yeah, I just thought it was mid. Nothing to write home about. So another favorite of mine is root beer. So yeah, root beer. It's gonna be thrown right up at the top here. And what is this? This is. It's the only thing about this. There's so many on here that they're freaking tiny. Is that? Oh, Red Flash. Gotcha. So that's like a funky strawberryish pop. I actually have never seen this. I don't think they have that in my area. That's not a thing, so never tried. Barks. I like Barks better than I like Mug. I said I like Barks better than I like Mug. And was this Fanta? I actually haven't seen Fanta Blue in my area. And this is supposed to be Fanta Pina, or no, it's clear, so it's what, lemon lime? I've never seen lemon lime either. Bez, what's up? Cone. You're just gonna have to imagine, you know, the wolf bite, because, you know, I can't fake the effects there. But what up? How's it going? As you can see, I'm going through tier lists because I had to justify and correct and, you know, basically display my opinion, my superior opinion, as opposed to the streamer I was watching earlier and their utter crap taste in things like fast food and breakfast cereal and whatever. So I'm just going through a few of these. Hey, no problem. I'm glad you stopped by. Thanks again for the follow and everything. Yeah, in fact, so just, I will definitely throw out a follow and stuff, and, you know, catch you up in the future and everything. So what kind of stuff do you stream on a regular basis? So looking forward to catching you, man. So I'll add you. Nice. Yeah, everybody go ahead and give Kyrith a look. You know, drop them a follow. They're another up and coming, like the rest of us. Well, like me, some of you guys are actually a lot more established than I am, so. You know, I don't think I'm exactly in a position to go, hey, go check out so and so. You know, they're a great guy. Whatever else, you know, what, like I'm saying, us, you know, me and my 17 followers. Like, okay, but yeah. At any rate, go ahead and check him out. See what he's, you know, drop him a follow and stuff, and let's all support each other. You know. So yeah, man, thanks for stopping by. Yes, 50, first goal. Okay, so Barks. Yes, Barks trumps Mug. Yeah. Mug is okay, but Barks has bite, as they say. Hey, man, I appreciate the love. So let's see here. Coke. Okay, why are there two? Oh, wait, is this supposed to be like what? Coke and one's a red label and the other one's cherry Coke? I'm okay with cherry Coke. Not like, you know, the mainstay, but I would definitely grab Coke again, unless I'm mixing it. Hey, thanks for the follow, Pocky. And hey, thanks for the follow, Slayer. Sweet. Cool. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for dropping in, you know, having a follow and stuff. Glad to have you guys with us. You know, feel free to come by, chill, lurk, and hang out anytime you like. So I'm gonna put cherry Coke down here. So yeah, sweet. I think that's what I should do. I think by like, you know, for the alert, I should change the follow instead of like the just like the little ding. Maybe I'll just kind of go and find like the Jeffersons, like and do a short clip. So whenever somebody follows, you know, they'll start playing the moving on up to the top, to that deluxe apartment at the sky. Yeah. I think that'd be hilarious. I've never seen anybody do that one yet. So. Or that would actually be kind of funny if I did like some of the retro stuff. So use like, you know, the Jeffersons, the moving on up for when somebody follows and everything. And then maybe have like maybe one of the redeems or something else, or, you know, something like I'll use like a good times. Just to see who gets the reference and who doesn't. So yeah, you know, I'm gonna use like all those old shows, like the Seabiscuit. Hey, thanks. Yeah, Seabisquick. Nice. Thanks for the follow. Now, I am not going to sit here and sing it every time somebody follows at the moment, but I will go ahead and get that hooked up. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. You have a great night too. And yeah, I'll see you in the future. You too, man. Do well, live well, be well, prosper. Do your thing, man. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do like, you know, the moving on up from the Jeffersons. I'll find a clip for both good times and then also what's happening. I think that'd be hysterical. And I'll find something for Sanford and Son just because I still think that opening riff for Sanford and Son is just one of the coolest baritone sax riffs I've ever heard. Okay, so now, Squirt. Squirt's okay for a lemon lime. I like it. Now see, here's the thing. I don't know anybody who drinks tonic water or seltzer water by itself. I mean, I guess if it were something like, you know, Perrier or something like that, carbonated water, that'd be one thing, but I have never seen any. I always see these behind the bar. My uncle always had a ton of these in stock next to the gin, as it should be. So, unless it's a mixer, that's just not something I roll with. I just don't. I tried drinking it. Well, okay, I won't say I tried drinking it because I only got like maybe a shot's worth. So I tried it. That's about it. I didn't try drinking it. I sampled it. And plain carbonated water tastes nasty to me. So can't do it. Now, A&W. Wait, that's Diet A&W. I'm gonna put it down here just because it's been a while since I've had Diet A&W, but I don't like the aftertaste on it. A&W, I think, depending on if I want something sharp, I'll go with Barks. If I want something more mellow, then I roll with A&W. Yeah, it's static. I mean, At best, if you gave me a thing of sparkling water, I'd want a lemon so I could squeeze the lemon into it, or maybe the lime. But then if I were going to go with the lime, then you know what? I'd also want to salt the rim and add a shot of tequila or something. Hey, this will make it a party. Now, I currently have Dr. Pepper in the fridge. So, I do like Dr. Pepper. Now, what is this? Canada? Is that? Ginger, cranberry. Okay, see, that's totally seasonal. That's totally seasonal, and I have never seen. Or maybe it's been in my area and people snatch it up by the time I actually get to the store. But I've never seen cranberry ginger ale, so I've never had the opportunity to try it. I like ginger ale. In fact, well, I used to love ginger ale until I've actually had proper ginger beer. Now, ginger beer isn't actually alcoholic or anything. It's just a much stronger version of ginger ale. And it tastes fantastic. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing. IBC? Yeah, I'd have to put IBC ahead of Barks. Barks has a nice bite to it. IBC, it's more on the mellow side, but if you like that, if you prefer mellow over the sharp, which I'd probably go with mellow more. It's kind of like why I like Pepsi better than I like Coke. Coke to me is sharper than Pepsi. Bark is sharper than IBC. And a lot of times I kind of want more of the mellow taste because it goes down better, as opposed to going with the other Barks and Coke and having the extra sharpness of the carbonation, and you feel like you got to burp every 10 seconds. Moon Mist. Isn't that basically like Mellow Yellow / Mountain Dew / pretty much insert that kind of thing? They don't have that in my area. Faygo. I was just talking about this stuff. Faygo Red Pop. Yeah. And that's the thing. What's the actual flavor of Faygo Red Pop? Is it strawberry? No. Is it cherry? No. Is it watermelon? No. It's Red Pop. That's the flavor. But what's the red? What makes it red? It's just Red Pop. Just roll with it. Faygo Cola, on the other hand, is just kind of, it's there. Or wait, is that Cola? No, that's Rock, and I don't know if I've actually had that, come to think of it. See, in my neck of the Midwest, now I worked in Michigan for a while. I had a lot of friends, obviously, having worked in Michigan, and a lot of friends in my area that were from Michigan. That's how I got turned on to Faygo Red Pop in the first place, before I ever actually ended up working out there. But the whole thing is, a lot of the specialty flavors don't make it out of, they don't make it too far past the borders of Michigan. They don't quite get to where I'm at. So no, I have not had Rockin' something or other. I have not seen that in the stores in my area. I mean, okay, Faygo isn't really, I guess it's an off-brand because it's a local brand, not a national brand. But like Moon Mist, okay, that's totally got to be off-brand something, right? And speaking of off, even though these are kind of like, US based or whatever, I'm going to be kind of upset if they don't have Hiberitos. Because let's face it, Hiberitos, you can get that in a lot of places in America. And it just wouldn't be right if it's not here. So yeah, Mountain Dew. I don't think I've tried. I haven't tried the blue. I have tried the purple Mountain Dew. It's all right. It's not something I like, hit up. Sprite. Sprite is another one of those mainstays. I would take Sprite over Squirt. And again, Fanta Lemon Lime. I haven't had that in my area. I haven't tried it. It's like, I don't think I've actually seen it here. It's like this. What is this? This is like Monster. No, it's not. Well, yeah, if you go down into the neighborhoods and you go hit up like, the corner stores in the neighborhoods, that's where you find a lot of these. Because, you're going to find the off, I won't say off. Yeah, I guess you could call them off brands. I mean, I don't want to say like they're the generics, not because they're not really generic, but the ones with smaller distribution, I think that's kind of the beauty of a lot of these, a lot of the corner stores and stuff. You get to basically see them because, they go and they find these, or the places where they source them from. That's where you actually wind up finding a lot of this stuff at. So I don't know what this is. Dr. Pepper 10. Is that the sugar-free version? I don't remember. Bolt 10. You know what? I'm gonna have to make a note to try that because I haven't seen it yet. Okay. The whole fact that Sunkist comes in any color other than yellow surprises me. I mean, okay, I have seen grape Sunkist. I've never seen red Sunkist. I assume that's strawberry or something. So I haven't actually seen those. I haven't tried them, I should say. Because usually when I'm in the flavor, I don't drink a whole lot of grape soda. If I've had a grape soda, it's usually Grape Crush. Just because that's what I grew up on, and I know what it tastes like. It's not that I won't try these, it's just that I see these more often than I see the other stuff. And I'm not often in the mood for grape, but if I do, like, yeah, okay, fine. Now, Orange Crush, on the other hand, and we're back to seltzer water. I don't care if it's Canada Dry, Schweppes, or Perrier. Well, okay, Dom Perignon, it's a little different, but, it's like, yeah. Seagram's ginger ale, very mild and very light. So it's kind of light on the flavor type stuff. It's like, yeah, it's all right. This Pale Mountain Dew, have I had that? I've seen it, but I don't think I've had it. It's some of these I've seen in the stores or whatever, but when you go looking for a drink, you're not necessarily looking to experiment on, oh, hey, I haven't tried this yet. What's this like? Sometimes, maybe, but it's not always something that I'm like, oh, hey, I gotta go try something new and see what this flavor is like. It's like, yeah, no. It's like trying to quench a thirst here. So I'm looking for a specific flavor at that point. I'm not necessarily up to ruthless experimentation in that stage. That's why I've seen a lot of these, but I just simply haven't gotten around to trying them yet. Okay, Kickstarter. This looks like Kickstarter Dragon. I don't remember if I've tasted it, so I'm going to go ahead and put it down here. Now, the Red Mountain Dew, the Mountain Dew Live, I think that's what this one is. Kind of like it. I like it better than the purple one, I think. And what's this? Why is it an orange label? I don't get it. Which Coke is has the orange label on it? I recognize it. Okay, don't recognize, so obviously I've never tried it. This one I haven't gotten around to trying. Pineapple Crush, I have indeed tried. It's a taste. It's when you have a taste for it. So it's like these. It's like you get a taste for it, whatever else. It's like, okay, that's fine. Now, which bottle is this? Okay, see, Town Club. Now we're getting into the other regional brands. I have no idea what area of the US Town Club comes from. I'm pretty sure that is not a Midwest thing. So I'm going to go ahead and throw those over there. Faygo Lime. Yeah, I like Faygo Lime. I kind of find Faygo's a little bit on the sweet side, a little sweeter for my taste than I really prefer for a lot of their drinks. What is this green Mountain Dew green label? What the hell is Mountain Dew green label? Like all of Mountain Dew. Well, okay, with the exception of these, most like regular Mountain Dew is green label. So what the hell is this supposed to be? This is another regional area I've never had. I don't think I have had the bright yellow Mountain Dew. Now, Mountain Dew Livewire, on the other hand, I happen to like very much. What the hell is that, Dr. Faygo? And this cactus stuff? Yeah, that's one I haven't seen either. Sorry I have to keep zooming in and stuff, but, you know, on my monitor, those are really tiny, so it's kind of hard to see. Black Label Mountain. Okay, I've never seen Black Label Mountain Dew, just like I've never seen this Green Label Mountain Dew. So if I find these, I'm going to go ahead and try this out. Think of you when I take the shot. So I'll let you know how that goes if they're in my area. So this one's I haven't seen. This Fanta. Wait. No, I haven't seen Fanta Lime. No, I haven't actually seen that one either. Or I haven't tried it, I think. Now, which Pepsi? Okay, this is Cherry Pepsi, isn't it? I didn't really. Cherry Coke was okay. I don't think I was exactly. Is this cherry? No, it's. What the? It's berry. I've not tried that because berry. Had vanilla Coke, Cherry Coke, vanilla Pepsi, and Cherry Pepsi. And I mean, the Cherry Coke and Cherry Pepsi was okay. I did like the vanilla Coke and vanilla Pepsi. It was all right. Like, I would actually try, if I find vanilla Pepsi again, I would actually try Pilk with that. Just to kind of see. This Fanta, what you call it? Even with, Fanta's another one of those. They get too sweet. You know what I mean? And once they start getting too sweet and too sugary, I don't really care for them as much. And I think this was one of those where they were kind of sickly sweet, and I felt like okay, this would be where I would actually go ahead and use this stuff to go ahead and thin out, like, the sweetness and dial it back a little bit and make a cocktail. And then maybe drop some grenadine and a maraschino cherry in it, and hey, roll with it. This I have never seen. What Mountain Dew is this? Maui? Okay. I've been to Hawaii and I don't remember seeing Maui Mountain Dew. Make them all Irish and call them good. 2-page. 2-page essay, huh? I don't know if I would actually go ahead and be able to express it in 2 pages. Maybe a couple more sentences besides, it's good, I like it, you pass. This is actually that other town club, no idea. Mountain Dew. Wow, for me, this Mountain Dew Violet. I knew it was V and a T, and I started thinking Mountain Dew V2. No, that's not right. So I have never seen Mountain Dew Violet. Which, is this Mountain Dew Violet different from this Mountain Dew Violet? Inquiring minds need to know. Big Honey. Now, what were you saying about off-brands? RC Cola with a twist. RC Cola. Okay. I think they still make RC now, don't they? But I do not remember RC with a twist. And that can is screaming like mid-late 70s. Duchan. Okay, you know what? Did you ever see the there was somebody somewhere did an illustration of taking the yeah, I'm pretty sure you must have seen this by this point, but somebody took a lot of like the fast food stuff like Wendy's and Colonel Sanders and stuff like that and turned them into anime characters. So yeah, now, yeah, that one's actually kind of gone around. Now, here's another question going a little bit more obscure. There was actually an anime from mid 90s where they anthropomorphized soda. So soda cans. And I can't remember the name of the show, but it was basically, yeah, it was Soda-chan, you know? So different flavors of Japanese sodas as anime girls, which, you know, let's kind of gloss over some of the low-hanging fruit implications here. You know, the show itself was kind of funny. Pepsi Max. No, it was these. I think they were all like Japanese. They were all Japanese sodas, Japanese flavors specifically. You know, there weren't any like American stuff, which makes sense because, you know, copyright and whatever. But yeah, it's like I can't remember the name of it. I it was so long ago. I watched it. Okay, this is how long ago it was. I actually watched it on theanimenetwork.com. You know, back when they were still a thing. Like Akan or Akan or something like that, or something can. I can't recall. Okay, Fanta Apple sounds like it would be really good. An apple flavored soda. I would love to try that sometime, but I've never seen it. The Mountain Dew Kickstart, yeah, I liked it. Liked it well enough. If I were going to go for a monster type drink, yeah, I'd hit that. Dr. Fago. No, I have not seen. Is this even real? I've never seen Dr. Fago. Nor have I seen this purple can of Dr. Pepper. I have seen Sparkle. You know, talking about like the corner immigrant-owned convenience stores in the hood. It's like, yes, I have seen Sparkle, but I've never picked it up. I could have sworn Orange Fanta is like up here with like the rest of the orange drinks. Did I not cover that? No. Actually, I would go with the regular orange soda before the Mountain Dew Live. And again, seasonal version of Mountain Dew. What is this version of Sprite? Haven't seen it. This looks like a special edition Diet Coke, which the old Diet Coke sucked. Wink. Wink. Would you put this in your body? How about a nice, refreshing bottle of Wink? Not really seeing it. Vanilla Dr. Pepper, I liked. Not enough to have on a regular basis, but if I'm in a mood, maybe. Big pineapple. That does not sound like the right phrase for what I'm doing. It's a big pineapple. Yeah, no. And the mug. See, how are you supposed to actually read these? Oh, cream soda. Now, you know what? Mug's cream soda. I do love cream soda, actually, more than I like root beer. Like, you know, my tier list kind of goes ginger beer, cream soda, root beer. Yeah, I mean, okay, I would probably say cream soda is maybe on the same par as root beer, but I have not had mug cream soda. I've had A&W cream soda, a couple of other, but I don't think I've actually had mug cream soda. And isn't this just cherry Coke again? This looks like it's duplicates already. Oh, nope, it's black cherry vanilla. So it was their novelty flavor. That wasn't very long-lived, which it was okay. Fusion. Not seen that. My God. My never tried list is getting pretty long. Again, Town Center, that's not a local brand. I don't know this one, not a local brand. This hasn't been. Faygo Blue Pop, I haven't seen. Again, not outside of Michigan. Had a chance to try it. Is this Peach Crush? That sounds good. I've just never seen it. Haven't seen this version of Faygo locally, so I can't get it. Sarah Mist. I actually like Sarah Mist. More than Squirt, it's kind of on par with 7-Up and Sprite. Oddly enough, I actually think Sierra Mist is slightly saltier than Sprite. Yes. Do I ever end up drinking a type of soda for so long that I end up getting bored? Absolutely. I mean, I get like that a lot. Oh. Needed to hydrate. I mean, so like I won't say I have a history of it, but yes, I get bored of. It's like you can't eat the same thing, you can't drink the same thing all the time, because then otherwise it's just like I've had enough. I mean, I've gotten a little tired of rice at times, although that's much harder because pretty much everything else you're eating with the rice plays a big part of that. But it's like, yeah, I grew up drinking 7-Up, for example. 7-Up was the weird cure-all, right? Whenever whenever my brother and I weren't feeling well, Dad would have us drink a warm can of 7-Up and tell us to go lie down. I'm like, well, okay, why not? Right? Like, it settles your stomach. It was like one of those folk things, folk remedies or whatnot-ish. Or, oh my God, even worse. My, at the time, not stepmother, but, Dad's girlfriend / side piece / I'm not really sure where she was and what the state of my parents' marriage was at the time when this was going on. But anyway, we were living with her. And my brother and I made the mistake of expressing the fact that we happen to like Life cereal. It's like, okay, yeah, I like Life cereal. And so I think for the next 8 months, besides Dad needing his Raisin Bran for, reasons, because he needed his regularness, the only other cereal we'd ever have in the house was Life cereal. So, you want to guess how long it took before I basically absolutely hated Life cereal? From being once something that I loved and, didn't mind eating a lot of, to, oh my God, not again. To the point where it's like you kind of had to, and then you wind up being the bad guy because you're like, look, can you stop buying this? It's like, but you said you liked it. It's like, yes, I said I liked it. I didn't say I wanted to eat it for the rest of my freaking childhood and puberty. It's like, my God, woman. Throw some variety up there. And at this point, I'll take Cheerios. It's like plain Cheerios, the regular kind. Or anything, Just have some variety, for God's sake. Not that I'm bitter or anything. So, yeah. In fact, I've had relatives ruin that with other foods. My aunt, my mother's youngest sister, when she came up and lived with us for a little while, because she moved from, because my mom's from like the South, came up to like, up north in the Midwest where we are and everything, got married, but then like, some of her other siblings are up here and stuff. So when the youngest came to come up here, she lived with us for a while and we never really got along. Yeah, if I did, I didn't want to say that I liked anything anymore because of that. Because yeah, next thing you know, it would be on my never try again list, which is what happened with my mom's youngest sister and stuff. When she came up and she lived with us, she got a job working at KFC. And since she, was living with us and stuff, like she would also watch my brother and I when we got home from school and stuff. So guess where we got to eat every day for a few months, after we got home from school, So I actually came to, after she moved out, I don't think that I touched KFC and to a lesser extent fried chicken in general. So that was like, I don't know, I was maybe around 7-ish, 8-ish, I can't really tell. But I was maybe in my senior year of high school by the time I would actually touch KFC again. So it's like, oh great, you just ruined it for the rest of us. Now, the one exception to this that I've noticed, upon thinking about it further, when my brothers came from the Philippines, one of them got a job working at Dunkin' Donuts. Now, in his case, that motherfucker couldn't bring home donuts enough. So clearly there is exceptions or, workarounds to this rule. Or maybe it's because of the fact that, the store didn't allow him to always bring them home. So it kind of became one of those where we never got oversaturated with it. So just one of those things. So Pepsi throwback. See, this is a specialty doohickeys. I think that's when they switched back to using like what cane sugar back in Pepsi. There was like this whole thing where, like, you know, the classic Coke came back in the classic shaped glass bottles with, you know, where they used actual cane sugar instead of corn syrup and stuff like that. Oh, Chipotle. Oh man. See, I'm not a fan of Chipotle. I'd actually rather have proper authentic food. Mostly because of the fact that the whole concept of taking a burrito, unwrapping it, putting it over rice, and then slapping the actual tortilla on top, that's no longer a burrito. I don't care what. There is no level of fusion that can still be defined as a burrito, and I resent Chipotle for it. Burrito bowl my happy black ass, you know. But I mean, truthfully, it's like, okay, I have had some of their stuff, and, you know, okay, flavor wise, taste wise, you know, I'm not gonna say it's like, you know, that a lot of their stuff is bad. It's just, don't call it Mexican food. Don't even call it fusion. You know, you may get away with calling it inspired by, but that's about it. And okay, yeah. Best fake Mexican food ever? Okay, can't argue with that. But that's the thing. Where I live, there is a decent enough sized Mexican community where the whole idea of just getting fake Mexican food that's more expensive than getting authentic Mexican food makes no sense to me. Now, granted, I grew up close to the hood, so I don't necessarily mind going into neighborhoods that other people may avoid for their own perceived safety, prejudice, or whatever other reasons that they want. You know? But yeah, the best places to get Mexican food are where you pretty much ought to know how to speak Spanish. So, I mean, as a result, you know, I did at least learn how to, like, you know, properly order, you know, burrito de carne asada y una horchata sin hielo. But other than that's like the extent of, like, you know, my Spanish. Okay, see, Pizza Hut had no business going to Italy in the first place. That was a mistake. You know, I can't imagine the board that had to, you know, that would have agreed to this. It's like, okay, how the piece of paper requesting consideration to set up shop didn't get laughed out of the office and just torn up and thrown away. That makes no sense to me. You know? Because there's no possible way. Horchata is my thing. I would forsake everything on this list for a large horchata. Okay, maybe unless I want a ginger beer. But, you know, besides that, like, yeah, I could forsake everything on this list for a properly made horchata. You know, and yeah, gotta get it without ice so it doesn't water it down unnecessarily. Oh yeah, we were actually doing a tier of Pepsi of drinks here. So Pepsi Throwback When You Can Get It, I liked it. It was cool. Sun-Kissed Pineapple, I actually liked. It's, again, specialty thing, and if it starts getting too sweet, I can't drink too much of it. Surge. I had Surge once. The Pepsi Purple. Oh, I'm sorry, Mountain Dew, one of the purples. Like, I did try that one. I don't really remember it, but it was like, haven't seen this. Big Red. This makes me think of the gum. And cinnamon flavored soda. I didn't like cinnamon flavored gum, so you know what? Cinnamon flavored soda, not a favorite. Which, kind of ironic thing about this is that the last time it happened, I went out to the store, I picked up a tube of toothpaste. Okay, Colgate. Colgate is already in a red package to begin with, right? So I hadn't noticed until I got home that, hey, guess what? It was cinnamon flavored. So it's like brushing my teeth with Big Red every morning. Haven't seen this. Look at the little itty bitty Dr. Blue can that I have no idea what the hell maybe that's supposed to be. Oh, now Dr. Pepper cream soda. I have seen this. It was a very seasonal thing and kind of sold out quickly. That I want to try. Because, like, again, I like cream soda. Red Rock, not in this area. Whatever the hell this is. Never seen it before, not in this area. RC Cola. RC is, again, one of those throwback standbys. Like, okay, if you can't get anything else there, RC, if it's around, hey, you can drink it. Sun-Kissed. Yeah. And yeah, I guess I did get the tube sometime around October, so that tracks. Again, I thought it was just standard Colgate, right? I didn't think to flip it over and check and see what flavor Colgate it was. You know, it's like, okay, Big Red Colgate. I've gotten used to it, let's just say that. I can't wait to use it up because I'm not going to throw it out. I'm not going to waste it. Yeah. At least it's not pumpkin pie spice or pumpkin spice toothpaste. That would be disgusting, and at that point I would switch to just using straight baking soda. Haven't tried these. I haven't seen this flavor. Faygo. And no, that's Town Club or whatever, which now I'm curious because I wonder what area Town Club is from. I'm gonna have to look that up. And what is this? Sundrop. Again, another regional. Fucking tiny. Oh, Canada Dry Cranberry. So that's again seasonal. Never tried it. Town Dairy. What is this? Is that something white? All right. You said Black Label. Have you ever tried White Label Mountain Dew? What the hell is this? What the hell is that supposed to be? I have never seen these. I'm going to put it next to the Green Label. So there's Green Label, White Label, and Black Label. Now, Black Label anything had damn well better be good. Okay, but White Label and Green Label? My curiosity is piqued. Surge. That does not say rinse. Oh, Surge Intent. Okay. You're gonna have a soda called Surge. What would you do to go ahead and, it needs more pop than Surge. Well, let's call it Surge Intense. No. Never gonna try it, never will, never seen it. what flavor? Okay, black cherry. I have tried black cherry Faygo, and I mean it's kind of like the whole. I would drink it if it's there, but given a choice after everything else, including like somewhere around there. Candy. Okay, see, candy apple sounds sickeningly sweet, and it sounds like it would need to be chased with like the Canada Dry or the Schweppes. I haven't tried it because I haven't seen it. Kickstart. Actually, I kind of like this one. This one wasn't bad. I might reach for it more than like. Which Kickstarter is this? The pineapple. Okay, the pineapple orange mango, that one I've had, and this is the mango lime. Okay, the mango lime I don't think I've seen. The mango lime I have not seen. The orange mango lime, this stuff I have tried and I kind of like. Pepsi, the Pepsi skinny can. So this was, oh my god. Right. Pumpkin spice. I wish I hadn't looked over and seen that. A pumpkin spice instant ramen. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I am definitely not sure how I feel about it. Some things cannot be unseen. And no, I have never had lemon Pepsi because that's guaranteed to have like that crappy artificial lemon tasting thing. I mean, I'm sure you remember these commercials. You put the lime in the coconut, they put it all together. Yeah, no thanks. Kind of like the pineapple Fanta. I think I tried it, and again, it's one of those overly sweet, but I can drink it. Is this the black cherry? It looks like it. No, it's the fruit punch. And yeah, I didn't mind the fruit punch. And I didn't mind, I forgot, that's like the Mountain Dew flavored Kickstarter. Mountain Dew. This. I don't think I've seen this. Is this Vault? Where did I know I've seen Vault. I don't think I've actually tried it, but I've seen it. What the hell side of the country was Vault from? And what the hell is this funky ass seasonal Dr. Okay, this is like what, the third, coming on the fourth flavor that I've seen of Dr. Pepper. That gotta be like some seasonal regional thing that I've never seen. Yeah, and if it's all artificial, that just sounds disgusting, you know? Licorice, artificial cherry. There's another artificial flavor that I really can't stand, you know, that just not a big fan of, you know, and like just basic citric acid powder, which I kind of talked about, you know, dealing with the candy stuff earlier. This, no. Now this has to be regular 7-Up, right? Why is it in a funky looking can? Or did they just redesign the can? So 7-Up and cherry 7-Up. 7-Up, I am gonna put, crap. I actually gotta scroll up, that's how loud this is. 7-Up, I'm gonna wind up putting up here. Because again, I grew up on this stuff. So I'll put it like does not like to be reordered, at least with a touch wheel. The cherry wasn't bad, but not, again, something that I'd reach for on the regular. This is Mountain Dew Ice. I don't think I really like that. Cherry Dr. Pepper. I don't remember ever having it, so I'm going to put it here for safety reasons. Mr. Pibb. Man. So, the other Dr. Pepper. If for some unknown reason Dr. Pepper is not available or he's out of the office otherwise, I would reach for Mr. Pibb. Big Peach. Yeah, no. I haven't seen this Figo. Strawberry Crush and that Strawberry Mountain Dew. Both of those are actually really pretty good. Just throw them up here. Where? I put it like about there. Strawberry Crush. I'll put it before the Pineapple Crush, I think. And well, I definitely don't know these. This has to be a seasonal that I haven't seen. Now, Dad's Root Beer. I actually like Dad's. Key Lime Soda. Okay, Key Lime Soda sounds good. That's got to be a Florida thing. It's got to be a Florida thing. Dad's. Where in the root beer hierarchy does Dad's sit? I think it's been a minute since I've had Dad's. I'm gonna put Dad's above Mug. Definitely trailing long behind Barks. Oh, they only had the Diet A&W. That's why, because I would put Diet A&W like right here. It's on the same level as Sparks. And this, what the hell? Ginger Cola. I want to know where to get that because I would try it. And this looks like it's the Coca-Cola California Raspberry. That is so ridiculously regional that I have never seen it before. Now, Fresca, another one of those that I happen to very much like. I would have to put Fresca pretty much up here. Yes, Fresca is in my S tier. Nope. Seasonal Mountain Dew. Another Grapefruit Sunkist. Pretty sure this was already covered, like with these other three. This is that Stewart's Orange Cream Soda. Oh my god. Have I seen... That's this, right? Yeah. Stewart's Cream Soda. Is this in my... Okay, I haven't had this yet. I definitely want to try it. Because, you know, I'm all about cream soda. Speaking of which, A&W Cream Soda. Definitely on the A list. Or no, you know what? Cream soda is up here in my S tier. And this, what is this? A&W's root beer, the regular root beer. Aha. You belong. Like I said, you're on par with actually, I would do cream soda before I do the root. Well, cream soda, root beer, depends. Like, they're very close. It kind of depends on my taste at the time. Holy crap, there's still a lot to go. This was surprisingly longer than I expected. I haven't tried this, never heard of this. This is Stewart's root beer. I'm gonna have to check and see if they carry this at some places, like, like maybe whatever locals, the local stores that kind of like cover the area. Because obviously if you've tried them, that means they have them by you, right? So that they're probably in the general area. Because, I suspect that we are relatively close. By relative, I mean like, in the same general area of the Midwest-ish. Although you're further north. How's the weather been up there, by the way? Do Flash, do Punch, Barks Cream. Barks has a cream soda, and I have not seen this before now. What the hell are the distributors doing? I have to try this. Barks, it's good. Red, okay, I don't think oh no, you know what? I've never seen red cream soda, but like I think IBC or somebody, they have root beer, they have cream soda, but then instead of red cream soda, they had sarsaparilla. So I wonder if that's going to be close to sarsaparilla. Don't know Jones, don't know Big Red. Again, more the cinnamon. Big Red Vanilla Float. So now we're kind of coming on. This is Pilk, but better. So you did get more snow. Okay. Crystal Pepsi. What the hell is that? Fanta. Nuclear. The way they put this glow around it. That's not at all. And I don't know what Pepsi Fire. That sounds like it's supposed to be a sports team. And this is again Stewart's Black Cherry. I'm gonna have to see if there's if they carry Stewart's around me. Now, I have never seen orange Coca-Cola. It's unnerving. And this is Canada Dry Ginger Ale, Black Cherry Ginger Ale. That's a thing? That's awesome. Never seen that. Okay, isn't this the cherry? What? Cherry chocolate Dr. Pepper? Try it. Haven't tried this again. Canada Dry Ginger Ale, I have definitely tried, and God. Okay, so the downside to trying to pick one of the things that was actually, kind of comprehensive is that it's kind of comprehensive. Yeah, I'll put this around here. If I can't get a hold of ginger beer, ginger ale will do in a pinch, kinda. And then this is like what, black, so zero sugar. No, that's not Coke Zero, that's zero sugar Coca-Cola. What's the difference? Is there a difference? I've never seen that. What a twist. Faygo Pineapple. Wasn't that up here already? Yeah, I've had it. Put it up here in C tier. Okay, you know what? I gotta switch this. Okay, cool, I can scroll. Haven't seen this. This is, again, seasonal. Cherry vanilla. See, now we're getting into the cherry Pepsi, cherry vanilla Pepsi. You know, it's actually harder to hold the button and scroll with the mouse wheel than I thought. Carpal tunnel doing a tier list. Cherry Pepsi. Cherry Coke. This looks like it's the classic cherry or Coca-Cola vanilla, Coca-Cola clear, Coca. All right, I don't know what this one is. Yeah, they really did, didn't they? This feels like it's a reject pile. Now, vanilla Coke, I did not mind. I kind of liked it. Again, not enough to be on my mainstays, but I wouldn't turn it down if it was there. I have no idea what Coca-Cola clear is. So is that Coke without, then they just decided to say, what the hell, let's not do the food coloring, and we'll call it novel and something new. Can't read what that is. Is that ginger Coke? What the there's a ginger Coke. Things you never knew existed. Blueberry Crush, haven't seen. Again, okay, see, birch beer sounds cool as hell. I would definitely try that. Stewart's birch beer. That should be right on par with things like sarsaparilla. Diet Coke, I am not a big fan of. Coke Zero is okay, Diet Coke not so much. Strawberry Fanta, had that. And again, kind of on the sweet side. It's like, I like it. It's something I'd necessarily hit up a lot of. I couldn't. Cheerwine Punch limited edition. See, that just shouldn't even be on here. I think they should have omitted this seasonal stuff, but I mean, if they were trying to be comprehensive, they did kind of cover it. I think Faygo Cola is kind of mid. And what is this? Again, the Ice Blue Crush. Raspberry. I've never had Raspberry Crush. Oh, do you remember that whole goji berry thing that they tried to, where they basically tried to throw goji berries in almost every kind of soda? Diet Pepsi is just as mid as Diet Coke. Diet Mountain Dew, on the other hand, I actually don't think I've tried. I tried that. Oh wow, I haven't seen is that Hires or Heinz? It's like, but I haven't seen this in forever. Like, you have to be on a certain side of the states, a certain part of the country to even see Hires. Just, oh my god. Which RC was this? Cherry RC. Okay, Cherry RC I've never had. Hires root beer was actually not bad. I can't say I really remember it because, like I said, you have to be on a certain side of town to see it. But it's pretty much on par with like Mugs or something, if I recall correctly. So as far as the root beer tier, I'll put it here. Dr. Pepper. That's got to be like what? Dr. Pepper Classic. To fondly pass. Oh. The friendly pepper upper. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry, I had to blow my nose for a moment there. But yeah, it is pretty. When you look at this list and you see all these different things, and it just goes to show how every area, every region has their own little local brands. And also, how big do you have to be in order to actually be across the entire country? To be known like a Mountain Dew or a Coke or a Pepsi or, hell, even a Fanta or RC, you know? Hey, what's up, Ashton? Welcome back. Good to see you again. I am going through a tier of not necessarily, it feels almost like every soda brand and flavor, but it's not completely comprehensive. And I'm kind of glad that's not comprehensive. This is actually taking a lot longer than I expected. But yeah, we're kind of going through, and as you can tell, I happen to be a fan of root beer. Root beer, ginger beer, stuff like that. And then cream soda. And yeah, I am a Pepsi guy over a Coke guy. I admit it. And if you're from the hand, yeah, yes, I am a Faygo fan as well. Faygo Red Pop, as nuclear as it is still the bomb to me. Yeah, you know what? A durian flavored soda would not surprise me at all. I've never actually tried a durian. I'm not necessarily opposed, but then again, I'm not also banging down the door to, oh my god, I must try this. I must try this now. In fact, I'm actually reasonably certain that there are probably very few people on the planet who've probably ever expressed that desire. Durian, I've got to have a durian. Must have a durian now. And then again, there's also, by the same token, there's got to be at least one person who has said that unironically. So, the one thing that I have learned, I thought I had tried a lot of soda, but in the continental US, and probably also including, like, you know, not just the lower 40, not just the lower 48, but when you also include, like, you know, the other two outliers, there is a lot more soda that I haven't tried than I have actually had. You know, now of course this also gets into, like, you know, a lot of different variations, a lot of local varieties that just simply aren't in like my particular area. Like this can of Dr. Pepper, I think I've seen once, it was like a novelty, you know, this RC, and it's blue. No idea what the hell that is. Right. And again, we're going back to the Twist. Now Twist, I have seen this, like, going through Southern Illinois. I think I've seen Twist before, but that's like the only place where I've seen it. Fanta Mango, I would definitely I would try, but I haven't had. Isn't this just orange? See, now this is disingenuous because this is just Fanta orange, but it's in a can as opposed to being in the bottle, you know, which I've already got up here. So it's like, well, what the hell? Is that guana? No, it's banana. That's even scarier. I have not tried any of the, well, I've had Fanta grape. So, another thing I'm learning, Fanta has a crap ton of flavors that they apparently just simply don't put out. They've got to be regional. Like Fanta's like, okay, in the Midwest, we're going to give you these, but like, you know, over here in the southern US, we're going to go and throw these around. You know, you guys up in the upper corner, close to Canada, you know, we're going to give you these, and, you know, and only Idaho gets this one, right? Because there is stuff here that I have not seen. And, you know, in Fanta, there are quite a few versions of Fanta around, quite a few flavors available where I live, but yeah, no, I don't go for grape soda so much. I like it. Well, yeah, I mean, I put it there, so why not? Wow. We're almost at the end. Okay. What the heck? Shack. So, speaking of local varieties of soda, I'm just gonna go ahead and, yeah, no, never seen Shack soda locally in my area. By the same token, there are at least 2 brands of local soda in my area that I haven't seen that's not on this list. Okay, I apparently stand corrected because here's one of them. 1 bottle. And it's actually one that I have not seen the flavor of before right now. Jeez. Okay, Fitz. What do they have? The Fitz root beer and Fitz cream soda. I've had both of those, and I do like both of them. I don't know if they're exactly a local brand. I don't exactly remember where they go. I think they don't trump A&W though. Either as a cream soda. Haven't seen this Fanta. What flavor Faygo is this? Fruit punch. Okay, see, this is like a duplicate. Because I'm pretty sure, or was it Fanta fruit punch? I don't remember. Okay, see, Verner's. Now that's another one. So this is actually Vernon's soda. Mellow yellow melon flavor. Haven't seen that. And what the hell is that bottle? Nope. And Fitz, what flavor? That looks like fruit punch. Or is it? I don't know Cardinal Cream. Oh my god, everybody's got it. Diet right. No matter who you are. I don't even remember how that goes anymore. Shit. Sprite cranberry. Seasonal. Well, actually, no, I have had this. The Throwback Mountain Dew. It's, again, the Throwback Mountain Dew. It's made with real sugar, which means it's slightly sweeter than regular Mountain Dew, which is already pretty bloody sweet. But it was kind of nice. And which Fago is this? I can't tell from the labels. I am Sundrop. Orange. Wait. Orange Minute Maid? That doesn't look like. Okay, this can of Orange Minute Maid is not something I've had before. Sunkist Lemonade? I don't think I've actually had it. If I don't remember it, it wasn't memorable enough. I'm going to put it in the haven't had. Jones. Nope. Okay, Coca-Cola Black. Never seen it before now. Again, this was that same Coke Zero Sugar, vanilla Pepsi, right? So memo to self, next time, do not go for the large, quote-unquote comprehensive lists on screen, or on stream. This is just becoming tedious. Let's see here. Don't think I've had that. Pepsi Max, not had. No, I haven't had Cherry 7-Up. Sorry, Big Blue, never heard of. 7-Up Orange, nope. Mist, nope. Seen those, but not. This is lemon. No to lemon Coke. Pepsi Max. It's just kind of there. Mountain Dew, Schweppes Ginger Ale. It's like just That's right. Local or. Oh, hey, is that the Black Label? Why, yes, it is. Mountain Dew Black Label finally makes its appearance. No idea if anybody's actually still here, but I will go ahead and try that if I ever find it, Bez. Nuclear Blue, Mountain Dew White, haven't tried that. Haven't tried that. Nope. Haven't seen this one. Is this regular Mountain Dew? I don't remember the last time I've actually had a regular Mountain Dew. New Coke. No. Okay. Haven't had orange. That, another one of these I haven't seen. Pepsi AM. What the hell is that even supposed to be? Nope. 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 Pepsi Ice. Pineapple Crush. Is that pineapple? Yes. Overly sweet. Not something. Darn it. And let's see here. Never had. Haven't had this. Nope. Some interesting stuff to look at, but again, not something I've actually tried. Classic Sunkist. always thought Tab was just kind of meh. Tipsy Twist again. Barks. This is another one I haven't tried. And oh my god, I actually finished this. Unbelievable. So this was a painful list to do. I kind of thought I was going to go by quicker than that, but... So, if anybody's actually still out there, I'm sorry. Because just damn, that was more than I'd care to do again. Let's see here. So yeah, note to self. A shorter list, not so comprehensive, probably not a bad idea. And after this, I think I've kind of 3.5 hours doing 2 tier lists. Now granted, I was kind of talking and jabbering a lot during all of this, so we didn't just blow through this like I did the last part. But again, there's a lot more that I have not tried that I've actually tried. And that was just the thing. So, guess that being said, these tier lists are kind of interesting, but yeah, I think I'm kind of good with this for the moment as far as like tier lists goes, because that took a long time. So if anybody's still awake, or heck, am I even still streaming? I don't know. But looks like I'm still live, but not exactly. So the soda list, won't do again. Way too many. So I guess on this note, what do I want to do? It is, what time is it? Oh, you know what? This is actually, it's 3 o'clock. This is about where I was going to call it. So yeah, I am going to go ahead and end things here. Now that we've kind of gone through that. So yeah, I think we've exhausted the whole tier maker thing for now. So for the people who managed to actually hang out there and hang in till at least close to the end, or anybody that actually made it to the end or watching all this later on, just if you're watching the VOD later, just to see, okay, did he actually finish that list? Yes, I did end up finishing the list. And I'm going to be a lot more judicious about doing those long lists again, and not going to make a habit of that. If I'm going to spend that much time, I'll rather be playing a game or doing something else. So, but thanks for listening to me droning on about soda and what I've tried, what I haven't tried. And you know what? I will see you guys again soon. Wanting to get my schedule kind of normalized as far as how often I stream and everything. So I am going to try to make a point of being on at the very least moving forward. I want to be on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I'm gonna go with that, and then if I can, with like my regular workload and everything, if I can go ahead and expand that to like at least 4 days a week, I'd probably try to do Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays and Saturdays. So, and I would normally start at 9. Today I had some technical issues because I wound up upgrading my computer, which ended up kind of tanking my MIDI controller for a little bit. So I had to kind of download some upgrades and fix that real quick. So I got on stream a bit late today. But again, I want to go ahead and thank everybody who kind of came around and hung out and stuff, and again tried to stick around as long as they did. And as always, thanks for all the follows. Really appreciate you guys, and I hope you come back. I promise it's not always going to be like this. So hey, I will talk to you all soon. Again, thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging. No matter how long you came and stayed, or if you did a hit and run, or if you lurked, I appreciate you all for coming by and taking a look and having a listen. So thanks again, and I will talk to you guys soon. So till then, stay chill, stay relaxed, and catch you again.